All right, let's get it cracking. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Let me check my camera. Camera is on. All right, and playing games. Is that going to come up and look proper? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Yes, there we go. And let me bring up my chat so I can see all of you properly. And move this over. And Boss Page, what's going on, man? You left us on such a cliffhanger last time. No cliffhanger. We were just making our way through. We're almost done, though. Catch another stream. Hooray. Hope you have a blast. Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate you. Appreciate it. I missed that in the last stream, though. Can you please recap previously on Rogue Trader? um, we are a very, very good ways through Act 3 in Camera. So we've basically gotten to the point where a lot of the Drukhari are turning against us. So we've kind of figured out how to make a mad dash out of the city. I think we should be close enough to be able to get out of Act 3 this stream, but we'll see how it goes. Abandonment, haven't seen you for a minute. What's up? Moonlight, what's going on? Hope you've been doing okay. Previously, yep. I'm about to escape this hellscape. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's seize the opportunity.
And the Dark Elder Drawers. Oh, yeah. So Marazhai is a part of our group now. And he wants to find something around this area that belongs to him. And he wants to kill a member of his old clan that betrayed him. So lots to do. I just saw was the unleashing of the demons into the arena. Yeah. So that's basically right before we had to make a mad dash. So the person we turned that quest in with made it clear that, hey, we weren't supposed to succeed, and now everybody is going to be trying to kill him and us. Coster, what's going on? How are you? Threed, what's up, man? Kamoric, what a strange feeling. Yrilet clutches her head and her eyes dart around the torture chamber. Kala Mincha Kane, take my heart. Placed on a grim stone pedestal in front of you is an intricate game board, broadly similar to the one Regicide players use. Miniature figures of Drukhari and Asuryani, skillfully fashioned out of onyx and wraithbone, are frozen in elegant poses opposite each other. Several of them are toppled, and for a moment you think you see fresh blood running from under the game pieces down the small grooves carved into the board. Doing all right. I got King Arthur. Oh, Knight's Tale. The night that I've been doing my first playthrough. That's awesome. Do you have it on console or PC? I'm doing perfect. That's awesome. Ooh, got a new job. That's awesome, Moonlight. Really happy to hear it. Hope you've been enjoying it so far. Glad to be here. Yeah, glad to see you on the stream. The new Doctor. Oh, the new Doctor Who season started. Oh, really? My wife is actually a massive Doctor Who fan. I don't think she realizes it started. I'm gonna have to let her know. Last time I come on the streets, I think you were still in the tutorial. We've gone a long ways, man. Moving on up. Neither Drukhari are playing Warhammer. All right. Move a few pieces. Wait, Alantek. Yrilet tries to stop you, but howls in pain again as soon as your fingers touch the cold surface of the game board. A strange movement under your palm distracts you from your companion's shriek. As soon as you move one of the Onyx Drukhari closer to an opposing piece, a fierce cry bursts into your consciousness in a torrent of feelings that aren't your own. The Drukhari slips through your fingers and brutally slashes off the arms and legs of the male Asuryani facing it. From behind, a female Asuryani figurine reacts by firing its weapon. A blast of searing pain rips through your body as the defeated Drukhari piece dissolves into a shapeless mass on the board. The pieces are motionless again, but your anxiety lingers, as if each piece is watching you closely as it silently awaits the next turn. Enough, Alantek. Do not dare meddle in what you cannot comprehend. Yrilet blocks your path toward the game board, but then another wave of pain washes over her body. Quiet. Please stop. Stop torturing my mind. I will not let you become another spirit on the wind. Not for the light of a million stars. Just let me explain myself. Either Xenos can have a nervous breakdown, or your pet Aldari is having a conversation with those game pieces right now, Shireen. I must confess, I don't like either option. Perhaps you went completely crazy when she betrayed you, and it's time to free her from the torment of insanity. Yrilet, what's going on? I left Kudarak because that was my path. Is that not what you have been teaching us from birth until the final moments of our lives? I can hear very well the mournful lament of our brothers and sisters tortured to death in this room. I would prefer not to hear it, but I cannot. As clearly as I hear the melody of your soul's torment, but don't you dare. There is no need to blame me for what happened to you. Yrilet clenches her jaw and seems to stop breathing entirely. One of the Farseers is trapped in the game board, correct? Your words snapped Yrilet back from her lapse of reason. How did you know? Amon K is incapable of hearing the call of the immortal soul of a child of Assyrian. Could it have been a simple guess? Yet you are absolutely right, Alantek. In their torture, the Dark Ones go far beyond the limits of the possible. For imprisoned within these game pieces, within this board designed for games that intrigue the mind, is the soul of a Farseer. It's like Harry Potter wizard chest. The pieces are weird. Real, yeah. It's the first Black Doctor now, and it's good so far. Yeah, I haven't seen the new season. I only saw, I guess, the kind of prequel that they did with one of the previous Doctors, where they brought him back for a brief period of time, and I guess now they both exist in the world. But it was enough for me to say, okay, the Black Doctor seems very interesting. To be honest, we haven't liked the past two Doctors. I didn't like the chick. Her stuff just seemed really, really weird. And I didn't like the Scottish guy. He seemed way more angry than what was necessary. So I'm hoping the Black Doctor will be a return to form, but we'll see. Xbox. Okay, so you got it for the console release. I've been doing an Old Faith rifle playthrough so far, and for real, I'd let Morgana Le Fay do terrible things to my body. That's awesome. So I've always been doing Christian rifle because I like Lady Dendrain. I even like her as a Marks woman because it's weird. And when the game first came out, Marksmen were great. Then they did a patch that completely demolished them. But now they've got a huge buff again. So I think when I end up playing the game again, I'm going to probably go Christian right again. We'll see. Oh, neat. Man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Typical Eldar degeneracy. You know it. Eldar mid. Where are my Todd blue waifus? Waifus. Hey, yo, don't diss on Capaldi. You're a Capaldi fan, Moonlight? Yeah, they had to do damage control. The chick was weird, and the Scottish guy yelled too much. The female one also was doing weird stuff with her fame. Oh, really? I hadn't read anything about her in real life. It was just the stuff on Doctor Who that threw me off. Why would the Jakari imprison a Farseer's soul in a board game? Why does the wind blow and the rain fall? Why does starlight illuminate our path and the darkness dismay us? It is their nature, for that is the way of the world. The Dark Ones feed on despair and suffering, while the Farseers are powerful beings of unbending will, whose souls, however, are brittle. Every move on this game board causes the Farseer nothing but pain. She feels everything, sees everything, and is aware of everything. She dies with each taken piece, and is resurrected at the end of a game. Wow. Yrilet twists her mouth and averts her guilt-ridden gaze. It looks like the Farseer put you through mental torment. What does she say? That I am a traitor and my path is paved with the blood of my kin. That I am an outcast who carries the blame for the destruction of my home, since I heard the call of our dying ancestors but not return in time, and that it should have been me in her place. Did not let the words of a doomed soul lead you astray from your chosen path. But I could have protected my home and met my end alongside the others. Yrilet's own words make her shudder as she stares at the flayed bodies of her brothers and sisters. Still, for as long as at least one child of Kudarak is alive, its memory will not vanish, and I am yet to reach the end of my path. The seed planted long ago is yet to grow and bring forth the flower of truth. My, this trophy will be the first of its kind in my collection. I will not let you turn my sister's tortured soul into another trophy. I would rather grant her mercy than cause her further suffering. The best chance of me taking it as a trophy is to save what's left of her, so yeah, we'll take that. We can take the Farseer to the ship and save at least what is left of her. It is hard to say how much more suffering her soul is yet to endure before we leave this city. She may even be devoured by Salon Thresh on the way, as thorns like these make our souls very brittle and defenseless. But if you think there's a chance she can be saved, I will not stand in the way. I can't stand marksmen. I don't know if I'm building them wrong or what, but I vastly prefer to just have a sage or arcanist. That's the way most players are, so don't feel bad. My sister liked Doctor Who, and so, like any petulant little brother, I decided you can be more mature, Cosmic. It's okay. Write this down for the evil deed. Torture people's soul by shoving them into a game board. Peter Capaldi is funny. His Doctor Who run was pretty cool. He's way better than Matt Smith. See, the one before Matt Smith was my favorite. Matt Smith was just okay to me. His name is escaping me right now, but I also know he was also in Jerry Jones. Whatever, is that? No, it's not Jerry Jones. Whatever the name of that Marvel show was, with the chick who was super, super strong, and he played the villain who could go into people's minds and make them do things they didn't want to do. Leonard Ghost is so ridiculous, I'm not sure how Merlin could possibly be better. Merlin is incredible, but he's also very, very fire-based, so he's a one-element pony. Wonder Bear, who is this elf chick and why is she not dead? She'll be dead in time. Tennant, David Tennant, there we go. David Tennant was my personal favorite Doctor Who, and so it was really cool to see him come back. Here's a real question. Marazhai probably did this target. Why can't you ask her to undo it? It's weird that Marazhai did not chime in at all in that conversation. That it seemed like it would be his perfect time to say, yeah, this is why we decided to do that.
One and it's done.
Whenever the wearer attacks anything behind cover with a ranged attack, cover efficiency is decreased by 40% for that attack, and you also have negative 15 recoil. That's interesting. Increase the rate of fire of the wearer's weapon by +1, and each time an enemy is killed, perplex is inflicted on all other enemies in a 2-cell radius. Ooh. Magenta would have enjoyed that, but no. All right, and we'll get this one too. And now we'll come to the other side. And what's going on here?
My pleasure.
Where's imprisoned inside the capsule? They are moving ever so slightly. That's cargo.
Intriguing.
We got that. Some goods over there. I'm not reading all this, but I'll expand it so that you all can read it if you so choose. Collect all.
Embrace
and
true
I might
power.
have to reload for this one. I can't ever remember what you're supposed to put for it. A young Aldari's body is floating in a murky glass vat filled with acrid acidic sludge. If the built-in xenocogitator's readings are anything to go by, the Aldari is alive, or at any rate, not quite dead. The body belongs to a Farseer. I sense dormant energy coming from his exhausted mind. We must set him free, Alantek. Inspect the vat. Another of the insane homunculus's creations designed for cruel experiments. The vat is part of a larger mechanism, which has a small mechanical dashboard built into its casing. You are, however, unfamiliar with the symbols on it. The thick tubes that deliver the suspicious-looking liquid straight into the vitreous depths of the mechanism disappear into an inexplicably smooth casing. The glass itself seems quite brittle, though. Odd. These symbols are unfamiliar to me. I suppose the homunculus is using a special code, so no overly curious assistant can hamper his experimentation. We'll press every button until the mechanism opens. You are looking at a dashboard with unfamiliar symbols. Again, why isn't Marazhai chiming in on this? Jessica Jones. There we go. That's the song that's the show that I was thinking of. Thank you. Tennant is great. He captures that old yet youthful outlook on life. Yep, absolutely, absolutely. JV, what's going on? Yeah, Tennant was the best part of Jessica Jones. I just couldn't get that much into season 2, but I got all giddy when he came back for an episode or two. Yep, I love Jessica Jones, and I was a fan of Luke Cage. I felt like the second cast of Luke Cage was kind of boring, but I enjoyed that they at least tried, and so I really liked his introduction in Jessica Jones. That worked for me. As a Doctor so well. Yeah, he's my favorite Doctor Who thus far. Like many shows, Jessica Jones would be better if it was fruity. I know there are many people who felt like Jessica Jones shouldn't lead that way. Maybe if there had been a season 2, you all would have got that. I've also been using Sir Lanville, who I heard was mid, but he kind of, he's a super tanky champion, so I've been using him as my tank. and making Mordred full DPS. See, I made Mordred full tank because, and you'll find out when it goes on, it gets much harder, and having someone who's all out tank really, really helps. I really like Jessica Jones. It was no Daredevil, but it was really solid. Yeah, Daredevil was my favorite. It'll be interesting to see what happens now that it's in Disney's hands, whether or not it's up to the same level as what it was before. All right, not sure. Press the spiral symbol. And no, the unseen engine revs up the basic mechanism. Several sharp blades slide out. They take mere seconds to mince the Farseer's body into mush. I don't think anything special happens when you click the right button, but this happens every single playthrough. I have to know. I always say to myself, something interesting is going to happen if I press the right button, and it never does. But for all I know, the patch added something, so we'll see. Wonder if Marazhai didn't get stuff written for this stuff. He came late in the pipeline. It's possible, but it's also weird. You would think, if nothing else, this is where he would cross out triangle until the Aldari skull burst. Okay, crossed out triangle is not it. You would think out of all the areas in the game, this is the one where he'd have the most content. So it's kind of weird. My team for this game would be the Space Wolf, Sister Argento, and whoever else was lying around. I'll also be Archon loyals because this thing is funny. Turn the Farseer to juice. My first run in this game was absolutely dogmatic. So I had Sister Argenta, the Wolf. Let's just go with Sun. A muted buzzing comes from the bowels of the mechanism, and a dose of acidic liquid splashes into the vat. The Farseer inside opens his eyes terrified and twitches nervously for a few seconds before going still again. That's interesting. So apparently, that's not it. What's the target? The hissing and sparking dashboard hit you with a targeted electrical discharge. And what's lightning? Several clicks are heard behind the mechanism's smooth casing. The liquid makes a whistling sound as it drains through a grill that has opened at the base of the vat. The doors open slowly. Do you remember who you are and where you come from? Wait, utter homunculus's order, deliverance. Huh, that's interesting. I remember the taste of pain and the smell of pain, and the color of pain too. You are one who dreams of what has come to pass and what yet lies in the haze ahead, a Farseer from a craft world. Tell us what happened to Kruderak. The Farseer stares at his hands in surprise, ignoring Yrilet's questions. Every finger in place, but why? The first one goes for the sake of pain and pleasure. The second one disappears when it's time for humility. The third, what happens to the third? Yrilet's shoulders sink in defeat. Alantek, I do not think he is going to tell us anything of value. Is there no one left who can answer my questions? How did you end up in homunculus's clutches? The Farseer looks up at you with frightened eyes. Be quiet. Master will come back. Master will punish. Piece by piece, piece by piece, by piece, by piece. Why were you kept in this vat? The Farseer looks around the room with interest, ignoring you completely. I have been here many times in my past lives, and I will be in my future ones. An infinite cycle. Yrilet shrugs hesitantly. Rebirth? Healing? Visions of the future? What is the point of eternal life if it only ever brings suffering? Utter the homunculus's order. Deliverance. The Farseer looks askance at you with apprehension, only for his face to turn completely impassive a moment later. Yes, master. The Farseer folds his hands in an unfamiliar gesture, screws up his eyes, and clenches his teeth tightly. Look out, Alantek! Ooh. All right. And, not even...
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Doesn't even let me loot his corpse. All righty then. Tonight on Will It Blend? I was also not expecting there to be quests pertaining to the characters of opposite alignment and religion. That I went and killed Galahad and the White Knight. It was cool also. With the Red Knight. Nice.
I see the
Aurora, what's going on?
And done.
Oh, you know what? I've never come down on this side. I always end up coming down the other side. But I think this side is actually a little bit better.
Powers unseen uncover my
right.
path.
How may I
You.
serve the dynasty?
Seriously? They're all spread out and whatnot. I don't appreciate that. Alright, fine. Let's do this instead.
But of course.
You are but a fleeting flame
I didn't
before
even
my
do much.
tempest.
Oh, and there's a long line of people who are, okay, so wait, here. Damn, there's a whole lot of people over there. I guess I can go here. Could. Kind of. Fine here. Marazhai, you need to be out and about too. Cassia, you should be. No. Oh, you gotta help her. Okay, fine. So we'll do this, and then you'll take another turn, Idira, and then you'll do that.
Was that you?
Pay dearly for your actions.
Oh, that's right. You can do this too.
Anything
There we
else?
go. That's one. Tipper unlimited phone service at the moment. Ooh, I was called kid dog. Ooh, you reach him, okay.
Will do.
There we go. And that's it. And now she'll come out front.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
All right, now. We will, yep. And that looks to be about
I'm not
all she
accustomed
wrote.
to
Not fail the craft world.
You're just a regular bloodthirsty experiment. You're a disciple of pain. Alright, do that. And let's do that. I can't.
Isn't
That's
this a
what I
job
was
for
about
the
to say. Let's
serfs?
get all three of them together. All together now. And oh yeah, this should be a nice little bit.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Excellent. Ooh, look at that. Look who gets to go.
Purpose
You.
guides me.
You.
I won't waste my time on that. I need
you,
no
okay.
guidance.
And you. And come on now. Oh, that's right. That's single target. There we go. There's the one I was looking for. And
I
you.
will triumph. I shall reign.
There we go. And now you. That's one. That's the only. Why can't you
I'm
use
not
him?
so
No line
sure.
of sight. That's interesting. And
On it.
damn. Close. All right. And what? You?
If I may,
I will not fail the craft world.
Yeah, that wasn't worth it. Shouldn't have even done that. But, yep. You and Marazhai, that works. And then what's this? Oh, that's right. This is to increase that. So, yep, let's do that. And there. This. Now.
Tell me,
Buff up
and it
you.
is done.
And give you this. And dun.
Am I getting paid for this?
And do that.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
And then we'll also do this. Now, who is next that she probably can't hit you, right? Ooh, she can hit you. She can absolutely hit you. So we'll do this. That is awesome.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Come on now. There we go. Very nice. Very nice.
If it serves
we'll
your
do
cause.
High momentum.
Fantastic. We'll do this. And no, not backline. We want to do dodge. There we go. Dodge for all of them. And then
They'll write
let's get
legends
to work.
about me.
All right, who's the next one? Disciple of Pain. He's got a little bit too much on him though. How's your heretical level going? I am having a great time. Definitely enjoying this. Some different things compared to doing a dogmatic run. So it definitely feels different. Ooh, she gets to go now. It definitely feels different. I am very happy with this so far. 55%. All right, we'll take it. What's that look like?
Return this favor tenfold.
Very happy with the way this is going so far.
Stop
What's
trying,
this?
monkey.
No line of sight. Yeah. This. But so many things go wrong if I do that. 93%. You. 95%. You're stunned. Oh, that's right. Some of these people are stunned anyway, so I really don't have to worry about them. You're a Disciple of Pain. Let's see if we can get you up
I
out the way.
understand your intent.
Ancestors, guide me.
There we go. 1, 2.
I deal death with my hands.
There we go. That's the guy over here. So wait, that's Disciple of Pain. And then there's another Bloodthirsty Experiment. Do I have access to you? I don't. Alright, I'm gonna have to come up. I don't have a choice. Just got to. Unfortunately. Now. You.
If I must.
Another soul slips
Lovely.
beyond the veil.
And then that's the site of this Bloodthirst Experiment. Can I hit you? I can. Not gonna do all that much. Floss! What up, brother? How are you, man? Good to see you. Hope things are going well.
Xenos pet.
And look at that. Hey, Slander, do you know anything about Wasteland 3 music? When you say no, what do you mean? I played Wasteland 3, and so I've heard a lot of the music, if that's the question.
Watch my back.
But beyond that, I wouldn't say like I know anything about it. I already did that, and oh, is they? Do they not have this anymore? Here, put that on there. Whoa! Why didn't they? They're supposed to have dodge. That's what's supposed to be there for them. Oh man, and now it's not allowing me to get Marazhai and Cassia in the same dodge thing. That's unfortunate. All right, stun. Ooh. Excellent. All right, and you're stunned, so you know what? We will. Can we weaken you? In fact, you know, we're not gonna bother weakening you. That's not necessary. But we will do this.
Beckons.
There we go, and then increase
I
that
need no
fire.
guidance.
And there we go. And now, ooh, dodge. Excellent. Okay. And you're all the way in the back. I'm not really worried about you right now. So here, she's gonna do this. The music is all old church hymns and Christian songs. So cool. Oh yeah, absolutely. Had a great time with Wasteland 3. That's actually a game that I plan to stream on the channel most likely. We'll see how it goes. but I'd love to stream that for the channel. I thought it might be one of the games that would win the competition we have going on, but apparently not. Do that.
I will not.
Whoa, target's too far for that. So yeah, if you haven't voted yet, Moonlight, make sure you throw in a vote
I am not your
for Moonlight
pet.
on the Discord.
No.
Damn, I didn't expect that. All right, and she can then do. She can obliterate you. I guess that makes sense. Might as well take advantage of this. Excellent. And then she is going to take. Oh, that's going to be 0. All right. Well then.
Purpose
do
guides
that.
me.
And let's do this. Can I get? I can't. There's no way to get both. Hold on. So we'll do this. Uh-oh, I just screwed that up, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. I still get... Oh, no, I screwed it up because I only get 39%. That's the max I can get? Good Lord. You are kind of far. Ooh! Still obliterated you. Damn! Damn! She is not playing. She's like, none of you are going to escape this. All right. I'm going to go ahead and use a heroic act because these people are almost out of the out of here anyway. So I'm going to do. Wait. First of all, can I? Are you close enough? Yes, you're close enough. I can get an opening on you. And let's do this on you.
If I must.
And then let's go ahead and.
Creatures.
Oh, that didn't take you out. Come on now. It should have. It really should have. All right. Let's do this. And can I? Yes, I can.
It's handled.
It's handled. Do that. And do that. And we will do that.
Grace and malice.
And
Bye.
bye.
What a useless plaything. Broken
do that.
already.
First time I listened to Glory, Glory, Hallelujah while Blast Has was so alive. I forgot what my favorite song on there was. The one that was like, I'm the blood of the lamb. Wait, Monkey. Extend a helping hand and I will show you the way home. Yeah, the blood of the lamb song is my favorite from Wasteland 3. All right, that went relatively smooth. It's always nice when they never get a chance to attack. That's where I came from, so I came down here, so I did not check.
Tread a path unexplored.
Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Come around the side. There we go. And we'll come
A
right
job
here.
for me.
And what's back here? Nothing. It's just got the... Oh, you know what? That was probably there to keep you from getting better positioning with... in that fight. They don't want you to be able to take out too many people at one time. That's done. The laboratory is crammed with mechanisms and devices unknown to you, the sight of which makes you sick. I think my next playthrough for King Arthur is either Tyrant Old Faith or Tyrant Christian. I'm not sure what yet. If I remember correctly, Tyrant Old Faith goes together better. A mysterious tool required to open a webway gate. I wonder if it's possible. It's got to be possible to get out of here, even if you don't have Yrilet or Marazhai on you. But I wonder how that works. The wearer gains 5% parry reduction and dodge reduction on melee area attacks for each creature targeted by that attack. No. 10% armor against non-Drukhari enemies. Well, that doesn't help you all that much right now. They keep giving out Drukhari medium armor when clearly that's not what Marazhai would use. So odd to me.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Oh yeah, that's the one that plays when you get to Vic in Wasteland. Yep. Yes, it is.
Embrace true power.
Yeah, okay.
I'm still
that's
new
another
to
stair.
the art of exploring.
Oh, man.
My pleasure.
Dark fate.
A revelation was
The
sent
set of
to me.
symbols looks unfinished, as if you only have half the mysterious message in front of you.
Intriguing.
Probably need the other half in order to activate it.
And
The
done.
strange capsule emits a barely perceptible buzz. Its thick walls barely contain the sounds coming from within, the sounds of a living and tormented creature.
The world trembles beneath my feet. My pleasure. One and it's done.
The set of symbols looks on the same deal, have other half of the message. Alright, and looks like, let me make sure. Oh, that's in the final area that we need to get to though, so it makes sense. There's some unfinished things over there. I did vote on the Discord on Wasteland. It seems like you're playing Tyranny. That's probably what's going to happen, but we'll get to Wasteland 3 sooner or later. Sam, what's going on? Watching you play is a good way to end the Saturday. Hey, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Me, Farseer. My best guess is that the devs plan to let the Idira require weapon proficiency also let you get the armor, but I'm just taking ideas. Possible. Well, the Charity is the only one I haven't played, so I want to see what all the hype is about. Hey, I'll be happy to showcase it. No problem. Somewhere an unseen mechanism whirs to life. Okay. Despite his many bleeding wounds, the stately Aldari calmly straightens his shoulders and raises his narrow chin as he scrutinizes you with his keen gaze. Mysterious blue lights glimmer in his emerald green eyes. A monkey and an outcast have found their way into the heart of the Dark City to save what little remains. The universe is full of cruel surprises, but this is an outcome I managed to foresee. You have foreseen our meeting but could not avoid being captured? What is the point of your prophecies then? Yrilet glares daggers at our fellow Ardari, but he does not look away. I am glad our paths have crossed again, my child. It is a great relief for me to know you are alive, but what is this? The Farseer frowns, a concern surfaces on his face. Your soul wanders in the gloom, entangled in the brush of a despicable connection. I see that it grows from the seeds of solitude, doubts, and fears, and this thread of fate stretches between you and... His keen gaze darts to you, a monkey. Oh, Yrilet, may Assyrian spare you from ever facing the Farseer's judgment, for our kin are intolerant of such aberrations that make our souls fade. You know this. What's so wrong about our connection? The Farseer opens his mouth to respond, but Yrilet cuts him off. We are not here to discuss our complicated ties, Alantek. I have come for answers, and I will have them. Lord Xenos, making all dark... Nah, we're not. We haven't gone native. Perhaps we ought to start by introducing ourselves? Of course, Alantek. One forgets one's manners all too easily in the Dark City. Yrilet can barely contain her fury as she gestures toward her fellow Aldari. Standing before you is Nkendo Marish, who walks the path of the Farseer. He is the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Kudarok. He was, that is. Either way, a monkey's name is not the kind of thing he would be particularly interested in case you were expecting me to introduce you in turn. He will forget your name as serenely as one forgets a troubled dream in the morning. Alantek. Now that is a word I have not heard in years. The Farseer does not even look in your direction. There were other Farseers beside you in the spire. Between the homunculus' torches, and I was able to glance inside my kin's desperate minds. I saw every soul that was extinguished in the spire. I sang a lament for every brother and sister sacrificed by the Dark Ones. I carry their memory in my heart, and if I get out of here alive, their names will not be forgotten. Your senses fail you, Akinlan. Many died, but not all. Yrilet turns around sharply and points to the game board containing the Farseer's soul. I was unable to save her, but you could have tried. Is there a way to build Yrilet as a melee fighter? Not an effective way, but sure, she specializes in agility. She starts as an operative, so you could focus on the debuffing operative skills and then head into assassin, which really benefits from melee fighters, and use her as a melee assassin if you so chose, but it wouldn't be nearly as effective as she is as a sniper. The Aldari recoils as he looks at the bloodied game board. What is this? Explain yourself, monkey. What in all the gods' names have you decided to torture one of my sisters? Are you aware that a Farseer's soul is imprisoned in this object, and that your very touch causes unspeakable pain to our mortal soul? It is my trophy. Do not even think of taking it from me. The Aldari's expression is inscrutable, but he struggles to speak. You have set me free, and I am grateful for the rescue. But what you are doing is wrong. I can free my sister's tortured soul if you let me. Monkey, I am asking you for one more favor. No more favors, Xenos. Let us change the subject. Yrilet lets out a disappointed sigh, but does not try to object. The Alantec is right. This is not what we are here for. You said you would help us find our way home. What did you mean? The countless hours I spent in the homunculus's cage were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened, I observed, I absorbed, and I soon learned that an age-old gate built by our ancestors is hidden in the heart of the spire, a webway gate connected to the world outside. I can unseal it and forge our path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the dark city and leave this place behind. But you must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm and my spirit is unbreakable. My body, on the other hand, will not soon forget pain's embrace. What is the point of your questions, Alantec? I can guide you to the gate myself, but not before Inclindo, who walks the path of the Farseer, the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Kudarak, pours the light of truth into the bottomless well of my fear and doubt. The Farseer is at your disposal, Yrilet. I feared this moment would never come. Yrilet takes a deep breath and looks into the Farseer's eyes. Look at me, Inclindo, and tell me what adversity befell our home. As a council member, you cannot possibly be unaware of the truth. And Inclindo, do not even consider hiding anything from me. Sometimes ignorance truly is bliss, my child, but I cannot deny you your right to know the truth. The Farseer tosses back his head, and his voice sounds like rolling thunder. When we found ourselves amid the stars of this stellar fabric, we encountered a monkey ship, a ship much too puny to take on the Siriani world, or so we thought, until the council was struck with a vision of the horror to come. This ship would be our doom, not only for us on Kudarak, but for all Aldari kind among the nearby stars, and even for those whose paths stretch far beyond the stars. Interesting. Sort of like a striking scorpion. I don't know what that means, but sure. We could not allow such a thing to happen. When the ship approached, we pierced it with 100 salvos and then rejoiced, for among the wreckage the Rangers found no trace of the foreseen curse. Assyrian, how wrong we were. The ships that returned from the reconnaissance to our starports were already carrying it on their wings. Whether it was a scratch from a passing wreck or the infected ashes of the monkey ship that the cosmic winds had time to disperse, the plague crept into our home and immediately began to eat away at the craft world's very flesh. In the Infinity Circuit, the souls of the ancestors battled the spreading pestilence ferociously, but the world was falling apart and there was no stopping it. Spires collapsed, rivers dried up, the ground itself sank, and all living things turned into a strange blend of organic matter and metal. We fought our home until the very end, but when it became clear that Kudarak was beyond saving, the council decided to gather all who remained, board them on the surviving shuttles, and scatter across the galaxy to look for salvation. And that was what we did. But who steered the infected vessel toward Kudarak?
I am afraid you already know the answer, Elantok. You just cannot accept it. Your predecessor, she who previously owned this vessel and your entire protectorate. The monkey who kept a piece of my homeworld in her study, like a trifle or trophy of no great significance.
They poisoned them with Nurgle's blessing, boss page. So it was your cursed kind, and Klindo's eyes light with golden radiance. Okay, no voice acting. Wait, Klindo. Shedding innocent blood will not bring our home back. The Alantec is guilty only of helping me to reach this place and free you. The blood of the executioner of our people flows through the veins of the one you long to save. What has the monkey done to deserve your mercy? The golden sparks slowly die away, and the Farseer warily closes his eyes. You said a disease broke out aboard the ship? You want to know how your kinspeople destroyed my world so you can follow their example? Answer the question, Eclindo, not for the monkey's amusement, but for the sake of those whose souls dissolved in infinity. At first we thought the monkey were in the service of the greatest enemy of our kind, the one who lurks beyond the edge of reality. But the world's affliction manifested itself differently. It distorted Crudorak while avoiding encounters with the souls of our ancestors. We were waiting for Salanthresh, the destroyer of souls, to burst her way in through the gaping wounds of the world. Yet her gaze was directed away from our suffering. No one ever managed to identify the nature of the curse, even as we watched it destroy our home. And so, having lost all hope of saving it, we fled. If your kin fled Crudorak, how did you end up here? Our twisted cousins found our arcs in the void's cold embrace. At first it seemed they were going to save us, to extend a helping hand, and so we told them what had happened to Crudorak and where to look for it. But our cousins' souls are dark and thirst for blood. My arc was the first one they seized. The Drukhari massacred hundreds of thousands of their own kind for fleeting pleasure's sake, and enslaved the Farseers for their accursed experiments. And that, monkey, was how I ended up hanging in this cage. Yeah, this is Nurgle stuff. This begs the question whether she was corrupted. Only Nurgle can. Ah, the love of Nurgle. You people who prefer Nurgle over Salanthresh, kill me. I don't understand the appeal. Is Crudorak completely destroyed? That is hard to believe. The Arbinian took care of what remained, but that is none of your concern, monkey. Yrilet is silent for a while and then says coldly, but Eclindo, how did Crudorak end up in the Expanse, this close to Monkey's ships and the Dark One's hunting grounds? That was the path chosen by the Council, my child. We had charted Crudorak's course among the stars for years, and no one had an inkling of the terrible fate that will await us in the place that promised us salvation. Perception. No one knew. The Farseer looks away for a mere second, but an inching sensation immediately burrows its way into the base of your skull. Something is wrong here. The paths I have walked have taught me a great deal, to see the truth where it is concealed, and not to hesitate to cut off the head of a lying snake that tries to coil around my heart. Yrilet stares unblinkingly at her fellow Aldari, fury gleaming in her eyes. If the entire Farseer Council failed to foresee their world's doom, then everything the children of Assyrian have been taught about past for centuries is a lie. You are hiding something, Eclindo. Speak. Speak now. How dare you take that tone with me, outcast? I am not obliged to justify myself before you, let alone protest my innocence. Persuasion. We freed you from the homunculus' torture chamber, Eclindo, and this is the thanks we get? The Farseer's emerald green eyes are filled with despair. We have been steering Crudorak along a course prophesied by the stars themselves, until Shael's tumultuous currents cast us to the great edge of the great storm. A storm was coming, threatening to sweep Crudorak away from its path, and so the council decided on a route to safety, across the nearest islet of hope, and into the place known among the Monkey as the Coronis Expanse. We stood by our decision, but there came a point where the prophecies became even darker and more unsettling. Someone proposed altering the course, but the closing grip of raging Shael was blocking our path on all sides. It was then that the council's opinion was split. My vote was the deciding one in the difficult debate, for I believed that the prophecy that had promised us salvation in the Expanse could not have been a lie. You already know what happened next. The Farseer closes his eyes and turns away, unwilling to meet Yrilet's gaze. One major problem with this game is I felt there weren't enough sarcastic options. Yeah, it's not really a game rooted in sarcasm. It's deadly serious at all times. Nurgle was a nice Chaos God. Salanthresh all day. Zintek is my favorite Chaos God. I just like space magic. What do you like about Zintek? Like, I can understand Nurgle. People find him funny, and the idea that, hey, he accepts all comers. What's the appeal of Zintek? Well, I don't prefer Nurgle. I just know his handiwork. I like all the Chaos Gods. Abyss, what's going on? How are you? So much heresy in this chat. You know it. I don't know. Nurgle worship makes a lot of sense to me. Just not easy to explain the text limit here in YouTube chat. Okay. Yrilet looks lost. So we were doomed. I should have stayed on Kudarak. I could have tried to help those who survived the disaster. If only I had not chosen that accursed path and left the craft world. I could have at least tried to save someone. What's the chance? Yep, there we go. Was it not the Farseers who made a bad decision? What difference would it have made if you had been on Kudarak? Yrilet's mouth twists in displeasure. The Farseers. It was not beyond their power. They led Kudarak to prosperity for years, only to become too blind to what was going on around them. Had they not followed the prophecy as the old customs required, had they changed course instead, Kudarak might still be whole. Then it is your duty to avenge them and punish those responsible. There's a Farseer right in front of you. You are right, Alantek. I may be the only one who knows the whole truth about what happened, and if I let a Kindle walk free, there will be no one left to punish the guilty. Outcast, you cannot just heed the advice of a monkey and kill your own Farseer. Ooh! Damn! I dedicate my wrath to Kayla Minshay K, you wretch. Without a shadow of hesitation, Yrilet carries out her sentence. Come, Commander Highlander. We have nothing left to do here. Damn! All right. Good Lord. Skulls for the skull throne, blood for the blood god. See, and he's another one. Korn, right? Korn, I understand people being loyal to. What's going on, Drago? The orcs are funny comic relief. Is a heretical shame they are present here. Like an actual disservice. So many, I've heard so many people talk about the orcs. I really hope we get them at some point. It'd be nice. Jink is a master manipulator and a weaver of strings. I adore the puppet master archetype when it comes to antagonists, and he's the most focused on warp sorcery. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Also, feathers and magic. Nice. A bolter would be too good for this heretic chatters, but it's what's necessary in order to protect Terra the day with the God Emperor.
Watch your steps.
It's all heresy over here. You might as well get used to it. Why is it not letting me? Okay, there we go.
Done.
Let's go over here.
How fascinating.
What is this? That was weird. Why was it hanging in the air like that? Desolation pistol. Ooh, and Jay needs another pistol. Sharpshooter rifle. That's probably not better than what you're already using. And even if it was, you can't use it anyway. So yeah, but you can use the pistol, and it's better than the pistol you have right now. So we'll put that in the secondary slot. And look at that, you're whole again. Lovely, 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 lovely. Favorite weapon type in this game? Me personally, bolter. I love, good Lord, why is it that every time, Argenta with the heavy bolter is just incredible in this game. Marazhai strides among the mysterious Xenos devices and presses his palm to one of the strange pieces resembling a pedestal. With a hiss, one of its sides suddenly opens like an airlock. The Drukhari begins to examine the contents of the container. The thuds and clangs of objects being moved about ring harshly in the otherwise silent space. Meanwhile, your eyes are involuntarily drawn to the peculiar devices that fill the room. Look around. After the anatomical opera, you have not the slightest doubt about the purpose of the devices around you. You think you have seen some of them before in the homunculus's laboratory. Others are even more obscure in their design, but the gleaming needles, cutting blades, and tubes and flasks filled with revolting liquids give a clear indication of the horrors they can wreak upon a living body. I do not need to be a seer to feel the pain permeating this place with my very being. You feel the pain, cousin? Marazhai does not even turn around to look at Yrilet. Your education has clearly already borne fruit. Lower Xenos. Step closer to the torture devices. As you gaze upon the machine's strange articulations, the tubes that end in sharp-tipped needles, and the instruments of the most bizarre shapes, you begin to have a slight suspicion about what these devices do to their victims. chemical injections, dismemberment, mental torment. For a moment, your stomach churns at the thought of what it meant to be subjected to these tools. The Chamber of Satiation. The Drukhari turns to you, holding something in his hands. A place for reflection and pleasure. This is where racks do their tinkering, working on new captives in anticipation of a hungry Cabalite who will appreciate their artistry. Okay. Karakai, what's going on, man? As a changer of ways often embraces the purity of chaos and infinite possibilities versus the more life-bound chaos gods. Interesting. What's happening and seeing any sort of Xenos, to be honest. Oh yeah, the more Xenos, the better, Cosmic. Heavy flamer it is then. I still haven't done a playthrough with flame weapons, but I hope to have that at some point. Draco, I love plasma for Pasqal. Even though he can use other weapon types, it's always plasma for me. Swords are my favorite. I love the big ass two-handed swords, but my playthrough was a Heretic self-immolating pyromancer, so I was catered towards a certain play style. I like the two-handed hammers the most. I like when Abelard knocks the hammer down and he can hit everyone around him. That stuff is so cool. So that's 1,000 subs how much fun it is. You can't throw out dead. Besides the handful. If Tervantius' servants were here, I could show you more, Commander High Slanderer. Marazhai chuckles as if he has just made a joke and his eyes are burning embers. For instance, how to skin a monkey without killing it, or how to turn an Aldari into material for a charming trinket that will delight you for the rest of your life. But alas, another time. Your interest pleases me. Here, take this. Consider it a reward for your diligence. Marazhai carelessly dumps the items he retrieved from the container into your arms. The chamber in the heart of the spire, not far from the webway gate. Perhaps there I will find what my soul so desperately craves. Let us hurry.
Intriguing.
Goods. All right. Muffled cries of pain come from the impenetrable darkness.
I tread a path unexplored. My pleasure.
The corpse was dismembered and then reassembled, apparently while still alive. Numerous stitches and burns indicate that the surgeon was not concerned with humane treatment. Yikes. Yikes. Beyblade. The view of the intertwining and intricate passages of the labyrinth fascinates and draws the eye.
Embrace true power.
Click. There we go. In fact, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm not leaving anything behind. Excellent. There.
Keep a sharp eye.
One and it's done.
Great job, Jay. You are really working out as my skill monkey. Like, I'm actually really impressed with how smooth it is having Jay as your main skill person. To be honest with you, I don't miss Pasqal at all right now, and I really thought I would. Tercel Strahd game in like 7 years and playing a lawful evil blood hunter fighter warlock trying to take Strahd's pace as Dark Lord of Barovia. Is that a tabletop game, Abandonment? Oh, I remember this one. Ooh.
Empyrean guides my gaze.
Kind of brutal.
A job for me.
This fight is kind of brutal, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna work with it.
The world will bow.
All right.
Do you want something?
I guess there you're gonna be over here.
But of course.
Damn!
I will
You took out a couple of them, huh? All right. Jay can go here, and then there can go here, and not Idira. Early I can go here, and oh, you know what? Yeah. So you no. Idira can go back here, and then you come closer here, and then Marazhai technically should be out here, but I think there's like a trap somewhere close by, to be honest with you. How soon? Okay. We'll just put him out here and see what happens. That's Marazhai. Now, Cassia, we're going to have you come all the way to the other side, actually. But not yet, actually, because I need you to give Idira her extra turn. So we'll have you chill there. And everybody else is where they're supposed to be. So, yeah, let's get it cracking. All right. You,
Me?
Idira.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
You. Light them up again. Light them up again. Yep. Ooh, oh crap, I should have marked y'all first.
Anything else?
I always forget to do that. Collab wood? No. I prefer stick with fields. I'm definitely prefer stick with fields. We love playing musical chairs with the quarterbacks, and it never works. It never works. It's D&D. Oh, okay. It's a D&D 5e adventure. One of the better pre-written modules. Not that that's saying much, all things considered. Nice. Okay.
Stop. There.
Glad it's... Oh, there goes a trap. All right. Glad it's working out for you, dude. Jay. Rear. Yeah, she doesn't need that. So
Don't
you
get
can
too
go
cocky.
there. Rear, and then supercharge it. And then she's... Where's this guy? Yeah, you're over here. Less. Yeah, that's that. And then
I
that.
can do that with the right incentive.
And then this. And then give her another turn. And then she could do this. And then she... Oh, no, she can't target you? Some of them, alright, fine. You're gonna... I'm not worried about y'all. Cassia gonna take care of y'all. This is the problem that's not gonna take care of itself. So, oh, she can't shoot you either.
If it serves
And
your
this is a
cause,
shame.
I deal death with my
Alright, you're
hands.
done. Oh, look at that. Hi, Slanderer. And you can't tag. Oh, you
Purpose
can tag that
guides
person.
me.
Oh, yeah, and there's another one back there. Tag
Ruin
both of y'all.
beckons.
I don't think I'd tag any of the rest of you, though. Yeah. Alright, and...
I
There we
need
go.
no guidance.
Accept my offering!
You in bad shape, buddy. You in real bad shape. Alright, and here. Let's get rid of one
This
of you.
tedium is beneath me. No weakness is hidden from my sight. Pain tenfold.
That's done. You know what? We'll move this over here.
Me?
Yep.
Never in 1,000 sectors.
No, we can't do that? Alright, fine. Don't worry about it then. My favorite D&D adventure is Storm King's Thunder, just because I like giants. Nice. Alright, so if you're up next, then look, let's, who is the most? 32, 32, 30, 122. Cassia's, ooh, 405. Alright. You're
I'm
the
not
one we need to
accustomed
watch
to
out
being
for.
ordered around.
And then you... No?
I
Come
have
on,
read
man.
tomes of military tactics.
There we go.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Alright, you...
I am
this,
not your Xenos pet monkey.
And then this. And then she's going to use this. Of course, the ones that I actually want to hit, never the ones I can actually target. You know what? Here, hold on. Is this the problem? That's the problem. I need to have a better angle on it. Fine, I'll move over here. And you. And yeah, there's a lot going on
If
here.
it serves
so
your
it should
cause.
work.
Fortune favors the
199.
swift. Delectable.
Curious. What if I just
I
shoot you
understand
straight up?
your
Will that
intent.
work?
Another soul
Good
slips
Lord.
beyond the veil.
It does work. 32, 32, 122, 110. You know what? We should. I still can't get to you, right? Yeah, I can't get to you. That's not happening. But you, I can get to. Excellent. So you.
If it serves your cause. Here you move.
Excellent. And
No
then you, I can't get to. Right? Yeah, you, I can't get to. You, I probably can't get to either. Where are you? You're there. Fine. Let's deal with you. Oh, I could deal with two at one time.
I'll
Good.
deal death with my hands.
Oh! Damn, this was a productive turn.
I
You know
am
what,
not
we're
your
gonna go
Xenos
for
pet.
the
Another
gusto.
soul slips
All right,
beyond
missed
the
that
veil.
one. Oh, but you know what, actually.
If I must, I deal death with my hands.
Look at that. Look at that. And there's 6 people left. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna move over here. Since there's 6 people left, can I just,
Pay with your
let's get you
blood
up
in
out
the
of here.
name of Heinrix.
Oh, they actually let you live. I'm a little upset about that, to be honest with you. All right, one of y'all is probably gonna have to be the next one I deal
I
with, so I'll
understand
take
your
you.
intent.
Let me take you. All right, now, Cassia. She's over here. There's 2 people over here. 6 overall. All right. I don't want y'all to be that far away, to be honest with you.
Let us see what I
She's gonna go
found.
as far as she can. There we
Me.
go. Come on down.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Come on down. And then let's weaken both
If
of
I
y'all.
may.
Excellent. And then let's light you up.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Excellent. And oh, now she gets to go again. And last time you really, really did not like. You know what? Well, you got 32. Yeah, I'm not sure if I just if I just use the fire one, if that will take care of you. So we'll do that. And then can she hit you? She can. Yeah, so we'll do that. Good enough. Oh, she's got one more. Oh, but she can't use damage. Can she reach you all?
I
She can
will
reach both of you.
triumph.
Excellent. There we go. And that's all she wrote. Okay, now we're back over here. And are you all? You're both stunned. So let's see if we can. All right, affected one of you. And just in case, she'll go ahead and do that for herself so she can dodge better. And productive turn. Look at that. Ooh, automatic hit on you. And let's do that. And buff myself with this.
If it
And
serves
buff
your
myself with
cause.
this. And let's just go ahead and light one of you up. You. Come on. You know what? Can't hit every time. Oh, and we already did that one on. I should have done more. Should have done more, clearly. All right, fine. It's cool. It's cool.
You cannot
We'll just
force
make
me,
sure.
Alontak. This tedium is beneath me.
We'll just make sure that next go round we can really, really hurt you. All right.
I yearn for agony.
And there goes that trap that I was worried about.
A perfect killing
Excellent.
strike.
Yeah, I'm more concerned with this.
Your skill is lacking.
There we go. and
Purpose
then
guides
this.
me.
I'll show you
Excellent.
the real pain.
And that works. And he will do
I will
this.
savor your delectable anguish.
What does this do again? Dash is a straight line.
Don't distract me.
Ooh. Well, that was unfortunate. All right, and let's see. That's a 1 AP strike. We'll do this, and we'll do this, and we'll do this.
I'm done.
And that's all she wrote.
I will.
And then this is really all she wrote.
A blood-soaked
Booyah!
What is this foreboding?
And then we got the 2 guys over here. This is probably, oh no, it's not too far away. And in fact, you can hit the other one as well. Ooh, I might have been able to light them up with lightning now that I think about it. Sorry, this is my wife. What's up, darling? You ready? I am so sorry. You sure did put it in the chat. All right, on my way out. Love you. Bye. Bye, Deborah. Hey, my wife is coming out and I need to watch her in the alley to make sure nothing happens. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right, everyone. Can you guys see? I am going to take over the stream. If I'm doing it right. I am. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Ah, man. I was trying to troll before my husband came back. But it may not be playing.
What's not playing?
I don't see myself.
You don't see yourself?
Nope.
Uh-oh. You should. That's not good. Stand up.
Oh, well.
Did my camera go out? Hold on. They're saying hello. Nah. I see my camera should be up. So it might be just taking a while for you to go up. Yeah. There's a delay. So when you sit down, it's not when they see you. It's like a few second delay from YouTube to actually going to their phone. That's why. All right. Love you, beautiful. Thank you, darling. So, Cole, what's going on, man? All right. Where were we? Did we finish the battle? Oh, battle's done. Oh, okay, cool. Very, very nice. Pick that up. Thank you. All right, brief interruption. We're back at it and collect all that. Ooh, no. Don't move forward yet.
One and it's done. Intriguing.
One and it's done.
And done.
There are faintly visible field lines on the smooth surface. Probably some sort of power system.
I tread a path unexplored.
I know what's in that middle part.
How fascinating. A job for me.
I caught sight of something.
Monkey must know no fear or reason at all, for they permit those entwined with the great enemy in their midst.
Would you look at that? A Xenos siding with Imperium doctrine. I've heard it all now.
My pleasure.
That start of Be the Takeover was real. It's not very often you all get to put a face to the name. Now you know who's been trolling my channel all the time. I just picked up a bunch of stuff and barely even looked at it. So, 1 second. Newest to oldest. What's this? That's a Siphon Life Draft. I actually never used Siphon Life. Maybe I should. Ooh, 55% for a medium armor. That's interesting. The wearer gains +4 damage against enemies who have no adjacent allies. Only applies to the first projectile and a burst attack. Also, the range of the range's dash and charge ability is increased by 1 cell. Interesting. Drakari gloves grants the wearer +10% parry and +10% area attack damage. What kind of gloves are you using right now anyway? +10 weapon skill and +5 strength, which brings you up to 50 strength, which adds additional 4% damage. Huh, interesting. Night, darling.
A
Heretic
revelation was
undivided.
sent to me. And seize the opportunity. Empyrean guides my gaze.
The elevator is controlled by unknown mechanisms that the human mind seems unable to comprehend.
Embrace true power.
Alright, now we go back the other way so that we can take off that trap without taking it. Whoa, walk website. Oh, that's on the other side. We'll deal with that in
A
a
job
moment.
for me.
In front of you is part of a Xeno device that controls the traps in this deadly place. Ooh.
I tread a path unexplored.
He keeps saying that Marazhai has an injury, but he doesn't when I look over here. Like, it's so weird.
Entertain me.
Wait, what is this? Fresh injury. That's what it says. All right, well, who's my injury expert?
Kidding?
Is it, no.
I am not afraid
guess
to
I'll use
embrace
you.
the revelation.
Took you long enough. Don't
Injury
waste
off,
my time.
injuries off. That was odd. Excellent. And can you can't use medikits yet. Okay, fine. Come on. There we go.
Let us see what I found.
I'll deal with that in just a moment. The bizarre stele emits a subtle humming sound. As you listen, you feel your head is about to tear apart in unbearable agony, as if the sound is resonating with something in your mind.
One and it's done.
Must be my smuggler's instincts. My pleasure.
Smugglers.
Stop.
Instincts.
There.
Grenades.
And done. The world trembles beneath my feet. A job for me.
Excellent. All right. Second to last boss in this level coming up. I'm sorry, I cannot conceive such a traitorous concept. James, what's going on, man? Let you suffer. Whoa.
Let's seize the
We'll
opportunity.
deal with this first, loot later. Damn, that looks interesting. All right. Boo-boo. The homunculus looks up from the control panel and gazes at you with disdain from the other side of the impenetrable force screen. You survived, specimen. What a woeful lack of ability to follow orders. You were supposed to die, be it in the arena or in the chasm. However, the subjects of the Zeresh will soon remedy your blunder. Hello, Tervantius. I have not missed you either. Specimen, as you might have noticed, the homunculus's lens simultaneously gesture at the massive construct supporting the force field around them. This version of the Stifler blocks both the energy that bleeds in from beyond the veil and any physical attempts to intrude inside its range. Your attempt at conversing is pointless. Simply continue on the way to your demise and do not disturb me. How strange. Next to this construct, my soul is both naked and swaddled at the same time. The colors around me melt away, and so do my powers. Your gaze momentarily loses focus, and the only thing you can still see clearly is the massive Stifler construct to which Tervantius is referring. You suspect, no, you know for certainty that the device contains a flaw invisible to ordinary eyes. A flaw made by Tervantius himself, one that is enough to channel warp corruption into the heart of the Stifler. Lord Xenos, examine the construct. That'll be such a, don't think Abaddon to happen. The ultimate twist of fate will be Horus redeemed and fighting the Golden Throne. I think the Primarchs undermine the notion that the universe is a hostile and dangerous place. They also make it feel small and insignificant. Everything just ends up revolving around the superheroes. Did I even ask what a Stifler is? I think it's supposed to be what blocks out the warp in Komorag. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. In fact, they're about to explain it to us. The Stifler is enormous and resembles the devices you have seen before. There's no doubt that its purpose is to suppress warp manifestations. However, you notice a few details that are out of step with the construct's otherwise typical Drukhari design. Several of its parts were made from a material foreign to Kamara and fused into its frame by an unknown force. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. What happens if I destroy this construct, I wonder? Then you will give thousands of souls to Salanthra Shalantak. You will wound one enemy to empower another. Once she who thirsts is done feasting in Kamara, she will surely sink her claws into your worlds as well, because nothing can sate her hunger. The Xenos narrows his eyes at you and hisses. You must be thinking that the moment you do, Kamara will descend into demonic mayhem and the valorous rogue traitor will have rid the universe of the abominable Drukhari and finally flee these dark halls. Before all that happens, specimen, the daemons will arrive will rip your flesh to shreds and devour everyone in sight. And while you are busy writhing in agony, I will have enough time to put everything back in order. Jay swallows nervously. Look, Shireen, I'd love to slap the damn Ashmag myself for all the foul things he's done to us, but I don't want to be torn apart by daemons, you know? You don't seem to share your kind's fear of the warp in the slightest. Does that make you mad or simply arrogant? The Xenos responds with a self-satisfied chuckle. Fear is the reaction of a weak mind presented with the inconceivable. Even our masters are liable to it. Oh, the pains it took me to convince the Archon to bring the spirit warriors into the Dark City, and to then conceal the evidence of the dimensional collapse that had destabilized the spire. I alone acted without fear. I delved deeper as a scalpel delves into flesh. I have designed devices that stifle the breath of the unreal. I am creating a weapon that will make the warp itself tremble, and I am using the raging power of suns as sustenance for my weapon. I know no fear, for in my mind there is no inconceivable, only the unconceived. You said you were using the power of suns? Does that mean you are the one behind the disappearing stars? Of course. My masterpiece needed an unthinkable amount of energy, but how could I let something as trifling as the unthinkable stand in my way? The star you call Rycat was stolen at my behest, as were many before it. Tervantius's gloating tone becomes insufferable. Have you been to the world you monkeys know as Saintiel's Pride? I only recently took its son while you were busy spilling witch guts on the arena floor. It was most amusing to watch your pathetic planet freeze at its very core. How fascinating it is that such a paltry sacrifice at the lives of several million monkey can serve something as great as my masterpiece. Stifles, as if to stifle, to smother. You stifle a flame by restricting its oxygen supply, for example. On a whim, I've been rewatching Batman anime series. The animation on that show was so good. Does the story and dialogue still hold up today? I've been curious about that. I loved it as a kid, but I didn't watch it when it came back. I wasn't quite motivated enough. I wasn't sure if it would hold up, and I didn't want to tarnish my childhood memories. Yo, pray to Zinchek. Dude has a fit on his face. He's calling us primates. This is correct. Requires heretical Vateri. Pray to the gods of the warp. Edge. See through my eyes a doorway into the Dark City, and pray accept it as my offering. What? Tervantius does not get to complete his question. Ooh, plus 20 heretical. Whoa! Wiped out the people with him. Holy smokes. The homunculus stares at you with eyes filled with unnatural light, like a shimmering ocean of silvery blue with glimpses of nightmarish shadows lurking within. His body jerks, and his many appendages contract convulsively. Disciple of the truth, you have undone yourself. The truth marches ever closer with quiet inevitability, and once its blessing runs through the veins of this one's machinery, the Dark City will become its domain. Gamora will fall. Damn! Go, disciple of the truth. Return to your real space and service as you did before. The path is open. No fight. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, this requires a bunch of strength. None of my characters use a bunch of strength, so we're gonna let that go. No fight. They come through and absolutely dismember him and all his people. Wow, I wonder how that impacts Act 4, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to meet him in one of his laboratories in Act 4. But I wonder if that doesn't happen now. Damn. Damn, that they did him bogus. Batman the Animated Series was so good. Absolutely. How your companions don't immediately purge you here. This is a great call out, Karakhan. Although, you know, there's nobody here who would do purging. If I had Heinrix in the party, and I do plan to add him to the party, that would be different. The intro to Batman Animated Series was amazing. Facts. They're surprisingly chill with the Damon summary for some reason. Actually, Yrilet should have an issue with this, and she doesn't. So that's a good call out. But the rest of them, they're like, hey, whatever, dude. As long as we get the hell out of here. Ulfric literally watched Heislander turn summon a pink car. I was like, yes, this is fine. This is true. This is true. I wouldn't try to watch the old stuff. It might tarnish your memories. Such as the power of the chaos god. Yeah, that's
The world will bow.
to be honest with you, that's some of my hesitation as well around the new X-Men series that's about to come out. Like, on the one hand, I would love more of that content, but on the other hand, are they really going to do it justice? We'll see. The sort of thing folks were complaining about when they criticized the lack of follower activity. Yeah, and people specifically talked about it for Heretics. Like, they felt like the Heretic route wasn't as strong from a reactionary standpoint. I think Cassia and Yrilet would still be a bit. You wouldn't think they would at least comment on it. They wouldn't necessarily stop me, but it's weird that nobody said, yo, this is messed up, or you should turn from this path. Marazhai spent several minutes rifling through the items on the tables until he stops, having noticed something. With a satisfied growl, he draws a long, pliable, spiked whip from the pile. You hear a click, and an icy blue glow ripples out across the whip's smooth surface with a slight crackling sound. I did not find my shadow field generator, and my toxin kit is gone too, but at least I have found my favorite toy. The Drukhari shows you his find. Do you know what this is, Commander High Slanderer? Humanity has similar tools for livestock and peasants. Tisk. I doubt your kind is capable of such a sophisticated creation. Most likely it is a crude copy. An agonizer, an electrical disintegrator that acts upon the nerve impulses. This particular one is too fine a piece to be used in combat, but in a torture chamber, the Drukhari hefts the whip, clearly familiar with the feel and weight in his hand. An exquisite instrument of pain, total impulse control. It could deliver sensations as subtle as a whisper or incinerate synapses. Why is the thing so important to you? Why? It is a priceless artifact that belongs to me, and I have reclaimed it before my kin managed to steal it. It is property of the Reaving Tempest that must not be allowed to fall into the hands of the other cabals. And when we dispose of Numeris, the spire will certainly come under attack. And lastly, I can indulge in a little sentimentality, can't I? You may keep the agonizer. Marazhai weighs the whip in his hand once more and gives you an appraising look. At last he says softly, "Do you want to try it out, Commander High Slanderer? A little demonstration?" His eyes dart to your arm. "Show me. On yourself." Marazhai half closes his eyes, and with a flick of his wrist, he twists the agonizer's flexible tail around his arm. A moment later, a wave passes through the Drukhari's body, sending his eyes rolling into the back of his skull and making him arch his spine and throw his head back. Spasm after spasm courses through his body, until finally a stifled gas claws its way out of his throat. The agonizer's tail slips from Marazhai's wrist, and he looks at you with unfocused eyes. "I am accustomed to pain, unlike you, Commander High Slanderer." You detect a glimmer of interest in the Drukhari's gaze. "I would like to see you endure something like this, but not now. Another time. Let us go. I no longer have any desire to wander the spire." Interesting. Nah, you know how it goes. They pick an old series, do it dirty, and when it falls flat in its face, they move on to something else, repeat the process. And this is what I fear. This is exactly what I fear. Should have known the edgy elf had a whip.
I tread a
Absolutely.
path unexplored.
It's a requirement. Nothing down here, nothing down here. What's this? The spires of Kamara pierce the darkness like needles through living flesh. Ooh, I should have a lot for the vendors when we finally get back. That's a happy Drukhari. All right, y'all. Let's see how many times I have to restart this freaking boss, because it is no joke. No joke, no joke, no joke.
Beneath my feet.
I'm hoping, considering how many failures Disney has had, that they're treating this X-Men series with a little more care. Because the recent stuff that has come out from them, Marvel-wise, whoo-hoo, not well received. You look like you're going to be a problem. Shouldn't I get a little heretical help right now? I mean, I've been releasing demons all over Kamara, so what's the deal? Miserable vermin! Yrilet hisses through her teeth upon seeing you. Despite her blazing eyes and her bare teeth, you plainly discern what's in the Drukhari's heart. Fear. And that's because I've been sundering reality and causing a disjunction. Okay, so she knows. I will see to it that death comes for you slowly. The Archon's gaze shifts away from you to Marazhai. A venomous smile spreads across her face. My former Draken, my inept executioner, have you found yourself a new mistress? Marazhai draws his weapon in a single fluid motion. Before your soul perishes in the maws you thirst, I will teach it pain, the kind of pain you have never known in your whole of your existence, sister. What about you, child of Kudarak? How does it feel to know that you cannot save yourself, your family, or your precious craft world? Yrilet's spirit stone flashes on her chest, and the ranger's hands tremble on the grip of her rifle. Your death will give me no joy, Archon Yrilet, but it may give peace to the spirits of my kin. All those craft fragments, all those prisoners, was it all worth it, Xenos? Spare yourself the struggle of comprehending the meaning behind my deeds, wretched creature. Kudarak was to be my key to power, the likes of which the Reaving Tempest can only dream of. Majesty is mine alone to claim, and I will claim it. No, Archon, you are destined for retribution. Blood for blood. I cannot destroy your entire cabal as you destroyed Kudarak, but I have the strength to cut off the snake's head. Poor little outcast. Yrilet leers at Yrilet, staring into her eyes like a predator. The suffering of your brothers and sisters nourished us for a long time. Now you too will give me your pain. What do you need the Farseers for? Why take such a risk? So be it. I will humor you before death, if only to step out of another shadow once and for all. I wish to orchestrate a little disjunction, and with my helpless brethren in my clutches, who are capable of tearing apart the veil with their mere presence, it could not have been simpler. When the time came, the Farseers would have been my weapon against the Reaving Tempest's rivals. Under cover of the cataclysm, my blades would behead all those who stood in the way of my ascent. You destroyed your future with your own hands. When the truth became known, all the weapons of Kamara would have turned against you, and against my cabal. And this coward was my Draken. You are too quick to call the Reaving Tempest your cabal. You have neither the ambition nor the vision to lead all these warriors full of lust for blood and power. Marazhai laughs mockingly. Dragging Farseers into our spire in an attempt to trigger a disjunction? That was your grand vision? It is a pity you have not bothered to lead a single raid in recent years. It would have been entertaining to watch you order a fleet to fly headlong into Monkey structures and detonate their engines, all to secure a bright future for the Cabal. If you wish to live, then get out of my way. I have come for the gate, not your life. Oh no, that could not be farther from the truth. Arcane Azaresh dies today, here, now. It's weird that I don't get a chance to tell him, like, nah, bro, and I'll kill you so that I can walk away without having to do a fight, but oh well. I think I'd like to collect them once they get their range update. I like the idea of doing a wasp-themed collection of NASA space bases. Nope, the Daemons went down, you went up. Ah, okay, I guess that does kind of make sense. You know, later. Release names all over the place. Is that so wrong? To me, that makes total sense. Great. See, I have grown tired of the games and machinations you have ushered into my realm. Prepare to die, Archon Yrilet. Die? Ah! Yrilet draws a weapon. You are the only one who dies today, and after I'm done with you, I will pay a visit to real space to observe the terror and ruin wrought by my cabal. Do you know, Monkey, that so many of your kind have had their lives cut short at the hands of my own kin? I used you to purge the ranks of the Cabal, to clear all obstacles from my path. I used you to accomplish my goals. I colluded with your kind, despite your much vaunted hatred of Xenos, which ought to have prevented any of you from even considering such a thing. Marazhai narrows his eyes. You purged the ranks of the Cabal and cleared all obstacles from your path? Even in that you failed, you talentless wretch. I am still here. I will be the one to purge the Reaving Tempest of you. My servants are heading out on a new hunt as we speak. Who will become their prey? Which lights will wink out in the void? How many Monkey will perish in the darkness? Yrilet lets out a mocking laugh. You will never know. Marazhai, do you have any last words for your sister? Now you speak only with the permission of your pet monkey. Yrilet laughs mockingly. My insignificant little brother. You never should have crawled out of your mother's womb. Your existence is a disgrace to our blood. Marazhai's lips stretch into a saccharine smile. My poor older sister. You still cannot stand the fact that I was born. But how can I be surprised? It is hard to think of a more glaring proof that our mother considered her first attempt to continue the line a failure. Yrilet stiffens and a moment later bares her teeth in a furious hiss. The Archon of the Reaving Tempest raises a hand to signal to her underlings. Look at that. She's got all this damn health. Where's my health? All these demons out and let around. Surely y'all should be kicking in about now. All right. You can go here. You go here. Or maybe not, actually. Yep. Wait a minute. Damn. There's not enough room for both of us? Actually, no. It doesn't matter. She's going to get an extra turn. So she could just chill around here. Cassia, you can stay back here. Marazhai, you can come somewhat up. Actually, no. Come all the way up. Because y'all are going to be side by side. And then, Idira, you can go here. And is that... Am I good with that? Yeah, I'm good with that. And then you, Yrilet, might as well take advantage of you while I got you. And, yep, I'll do this.
If I must.
Ooh, only 63. Good lord.
I
Here's what it
understand
is.
your intent.
All right, there's that.
If it serves your
And then
cause.
this, a little bit of this. And then
This
let's get some
tedium is
more
beneath me.
momentum. Excellent. And then we'll go back here. And then she will come all the way up. No, we'll be side by side.
Give me strength.
And that's that. Oh, and then she comes right back. And then, yep, I want this. And then, let's see, as many of you as I can get. Can I get you? No, yeah, we'll worry about these middle guys. We'll just worry about the middle guys. Here we go. All of you in a nice little circle. Come together. There we go. I like that quite a bit. Is there any way? Yeah, let's go. We get them all in there. There we go. I like that quite a bit as well. And then let's obliterate the lot of you.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we'll go ahead and give ourselves some more dodge. And who do I want? Oh, you know what? Might as well give it to you. There we go. Give it to you.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
And yeah, we'll pump you up a little bit. And that's that. Marazhai is like me, a tongue that cuts granite and inferno insults. Cassia was always in front with Abelard for me. Yep. But since we're going the heretical route, that's why I've got Marazhai with her instead. Okay, actually, we're gonna give you the rear one. I forgot. You
Don't get too cocky.
Who we want here, and then we're gonna supercharge that,
Tell me, and it is done.
and then we're gonna put this back over here
Don't get too cocky.
and make it so that people can easily die there. And then we're gonna buff up
You
some
got
of
a
your
problem?
stats,
I've got a prize.
and then we're gonna give you an extra turn.
You jest. Sure.
Oh my God, I completely forgot. You just got a turn. I can't give you one.
Am I getting paid for this?
Damn. If only she could move up one step higher, I would let her use... That's my medicine, but I'm going to wait for a second for that. Oh, actually, we can go ahead.
Will do.
Set. Damn, these all 200? Good Lord.
Was that you? Or
Cassia crop dusted all them dudes.
what, of course.
I'm hoping it'll be the same way here. We'll see. She can't. Yeah, there's no way. Well, she could. She could kind of get some of them. Oh, and in fact, aren't you're the one I want to stun the most anyway. So yeah, let's do this. There we go. This works. This works.
Your last
Excellent.
stroke of luck.
And then she's going to, let's see. We need, yeah. Oh my gosh, she can't. Oh, here we go.
Don't
Okay,
get too
cool.
cocky.
There we go. You all got your dodge back. And then she's going to come
I
back
know what
here.
I'm
So
doing,
she's shielded.
usually.
And Cassia? Wait, what?
You call
That's
it
unfortunate.
Choking me.
Oh, that's right. Cassia's already down. Okay. Damn. I don't have an angle on her. All right, fine. One grotesque. I don't care about you. Other grotesque. I don't care about you either. She is standing in a place where she gets supreme amounts of. Oh, so you know we're not gonna move from here.
Pet monkey.
And I think that's facing us, so we'll
I
do this.
understand your intent.
We'll do this. And we'll do this.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
And there we go. And then we will do
Purpose
this.
guides me.
No to you.
Ruin
Yes to
beckons.
you. And that'll do for now. And you know what? We will enfeeble you.
One step
That's
closer.
gonna help. And then we will do some of
I
this.
need
There we
no
go.
guidance.
Because the quicker we get you taken care of, the better. Idira's still alive? Yes. Oh yeah, this is a heretic run. Of course she's still alive. Hasn't blown herself up with demon yet. Wait for it. Ooh, she could do another attack? Why can she do another attack? That's interesting. I'll take. Oh, yeah. When she crits, she can attack another time. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, you're. Oh yeah. Any of them? They're all stunned, right? Yeah, they're all stunned. So here, you've got a little bit more health, so I'll take you out.
If I must.
I hear you moving. No more.
This is working out very, very nicely. This is 1 AP. Can I? 46% and 1% for him. You know what? I'll take it.
Purpose
this.
guides me.
Get a couple more of them fireballs out. What in the hell? One action point. I have one action point. What's the problem?
This is beneath me.
Why is it saying that it's unavailable? I got one action point.
I reject
It's
the
not
very
gonna let me
idea.
use it. Damn. That's so unfortunate. All right. I mean, I could use this. Who's coming up next? Marazhai. Marazhai could probably go ahead and take her out. So, I'ma chill. I'ma let Marazhai handle things. Yeah, I'm gonna just give you another dose. Yeah, that's probably fine. Damn! I will tear your throat out personally, monkey. Good lord, he's gonna do something terrible. Definitely.
Drag you into
Oh,
oblivion
this is
with
not
me.
good. Please don't kill both of them. I'm not quite ready for that. Can she do anything about this? She's got all of her health back? All of it? That's just ridiculous. Oh, she is pointing towards her anyway, so here.
No weakness is hidden
go.
from my sight.
And if you still alive when she gets around. Oh wow, he's close enough to hit. Oh wow. That's one person down.
My dark cousin has fallen.
And turrets are up. Why are the turrets up? Because These people are around here. All right. I still think it's so sad that there are all these organisms, some of which are already dead, and there are no hungry bugs around to consume them. It's so sad. Ooh, she can finally make use of this. Yep. This is gonna do a ton of damage. And then, can she, yeah, she can use this as well. Try to make her do a little bit less damage. And then, let's,
I know what is to come.
let's see, can I do this in a way, looks like it.
Be gone.
Lovely. Actually, that doesn't hit all of you? Damn. Who's up next? Oh. Wait. So wait, where are we? We're here, and then you're up next, then you go. That turret. Cause that turret, I don't remember how much damage this turret does, but I don't think it can take them all the way out. So, you know what? Why mess around with it? Wait. But even if we do this, it's still not gonna take them out. Oh, wait. No, I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Here. We'll move on. Now it's your turn, right? You just do this. 0%, excellent. And I already got, yep, so let's go.
Guide my hand.
And y'all are out of here. Excellent. All right, now she's got her little turn. Let's defeat these people in order. You're all the way down there. I'm not gonna worry about you right now. You're stunned. You're all the way down there. You're here. But we got a while before we gotta worry about you. So she could just, yeah, because I don't want to use your.
On it.
Your
What an
yeah,
unfortunate
there we go.
turn of fate.
You're gonna
I will
increase some of your
triumph.
power. And you know, we'll just chill here. We'll figure out how to deal with them.
I will delight my masters with your
There we go.
demise.
Ooh, and she's got some more she could do. You know what? Let's go ahead and soften you up
One
some.
step closer.
It would be nice to have a quest to dismantle a Gene Stealer cult. What is it that people love so much
Sow
about the
the
Gene
seeds
Stealers?
of
I hear people
discord.
mention the Gene Stealers all the time. All right, you can't really do much else. Oh, you're gonna get another turn? Oh, snap. All right, well, let's increase this.
I need no guidance.
And let's do this. And then, you know, we're gonna come
Through
right back
chaos
over here.
I
Let's
strive.
run that back again.
I
80%
will
sure.
triumph. Rend the flesh.
Oh, yeah.
Shatter the
Oh
spirit.
yeah, we could tell he loves that. He just loves it. He just loves it. I'd actually prefer to get back. Oh, you know what? Cassia's gonna step up anyway.
Purpose guides
Cassia
me.
will deal with you. One. And oh, and I can still move? Yeah. Let's move back some. Let's let Cassia be your main focus. And boom. Oh, snap. She can do this? Well, hell. Let's go ahead and get this
I'll
party
paint your
started.
death in colors.
So she's gonna come, cause she can reach all of them from over here. So you, cause she
If
just,
it
yeah, she
serves
can
your
just kill you
cause.
outright, right?
Another soul
Yeah, you out of here,
slips
boy.
beyond the veil.
You out of here, you out of here, you out of here. Now, for these people, it's gonna be around 100. Can I just straight up do a killing edge against you? Will they let me do that?
Ancestors
They
guide
absolutely
me.
will. Good lord.
This
And that's
tedium
giving
is
her
beneath me.
over 200 a pop.
I hear you moving. No more.
You don't even exist.
Ancestors
You don't
guide
exist
me.
either.
I understand your intent. Another soul
Insane.
slips beyond the veil.
Insane. Only Marazhai goes down. They were enemies of the old Space Hulk gang. If I remember correctly, they got blended to Tyranids later. Uh-oh. The Mandrake's words are barely comprehensible. The creature is clearly not accustomed to the tongue of its dark kin. The Dracon didn't offer a sacrifice for our deeds. The Dracon must become the sacrifice. Oh, you can have him. I'm sure no one will miss him. Marazhai places a hand on his weapon. His voice sounds calm, but his gaze is tense as he peers at the dark creature before him. You should not have crawled out of the abyss that your wretched kind call home. Consider our pact broken. Nazraki did not hold up his end of the bargain, so I had to finish the job myself. The result matters not. The sacrifice will be made. The Mandrak's head turns to you. Make the sacrifice, monkey. The tribe never relents. The tribe will find you. Lord Captain, these creatures, it is as if they absorb the colors around them and spew out darkness. I do not think they are lying or trying to intimidate us. They will come from the shadows, just as they came once before. Marazhai stays with me. Away with you, beast. Actually, I certainly hope that our partnership is worth it, Marazhai. Keeping you around is costly. The Drukhari glowers at you. So is keeping you, Commander High Slanderer. Hush, senseless creature. The tribe will find you. The tribe will have its sacrifice. No, you will not. Interesting. Okay, so I guess that's... I was wondering what his Act 4 quest would be, considering that we already made it out of Kamara, but apparently he's still got issues. Sacrifice you a million, mate. Gene stills are pretty much the only time Tyranids can ever show up in a story outside of a huge apocalyptic scale, so they're ideal for more personal narratives. Oh. What is this? Now it's saying Cassia is injured. Yeah, and actually, Marazhai would have a trauma, but neither one of them are showing up here. That's kind of annoying. A gloomy landscape appears before your eyes. All right, let's see. This looks interesting. Yeah, what's your name? Might like that. Staff of... Oh, no. Jin, Blade of Eumeris. We'll look at that in a minute. This all looks like Incubus stuff. Incubus armor. Shadow field. That, whatever this stuff is. We'll take it, and that's gone.
Powers unseen
All right,
uncover
you're
my
done.
path.
You're done. Ooh. Also, funny memes about them stealing people's denim trousers. Wow. All right. Marazhai, you benefit from this at all? Glimmer Steel Blade. Yeah, if the wielder deals damage to the targets with this sword, the wielder gets a +3 bonus to the weapon skill, ballistic skill, toughness, and strength, while the target suffers a -3 penalty to the same characteristic until the end of combat. Good lord. We'll take that. Tyrant suffering from toxic 2025. Each itself increase the bleed effect that inflicts by a +3. That could definitely be useful for someone like him. So add that to cargo. You anybody like this pistol? 8, 10, 20% deals double toxic damage. It increases the power of toxin inflicted by +1 for each successful hit, and it's got a rate of fire of 5 and a range of 7 with max ammo 12. That sounds interesting, and I kind of dislike having a NATO pistol in my hand, so I'll get rid of that. And we already know, you know what? No, she's just never going to be fine with a pistol. That's fine. So, Blood Drinker Staff. What does this actually do? Affects the damage and healing. In combat, the psyker wielding this staff suffers bleeding. Yeah, okay. I'm super straight on that. What kind of armor are you using? You're using light, you're light, you're light, you're light, you're light. Are you medium or light? You're using light as well. None of my people are using this, so we'll chuck it. None of my people are going to use this. Heinrix might use that. What's this? Decreases all incoming damage except direct damage by 1+ versatility. None of us are using versatility. Grants wearer's intelligence bonus percentage dodge to the wearer and their allies. None of us specialize in intelligence, so we'll add that. At the beginning of the combat, the wearer gains a shadow field effect. While under this effect, the wearer counts as being in full cover against all ranged attacks. The effect is lost when the wearer is hit by a ranged attack and suffers damage from it. anybody whose ring slots are underwhelming, you don't really need +10 awareness anymore. This will be against all range attack and suffers damage. Yeah, you know what? And you're basically serving as my tank at this point, so yeah, we'll take that. The wear against +5, yeah. So do these boots actually help you, bro? No, not compared to what you have. What's this? 5%. Let's see. Each time the wearer dodges a melee attack, they gain 5% critical chance to the next turn. Stacks, or the wearer gains 5% parry reduction and dodge reduction. I'm not worried about that. Increase the rate of fire for the wearer's weapon by +1. You know, it seems like they've changed the. In fact, yeah, I have no gloves, so I'm definitely gonna add it. But it seems like they changed Inferno to have a rate of fire because it can be affected by rapid fire. So I'm just curious if the gloves affect it. Each time an enemy is killed, perplex is inflicted on all enemies in a 2-cell status. So yeah, we'll take that. Whenever the wearer attacks an enemy behind cover with a ranged attack, cover efficiency is decreased by 40% and -15 recoil. We don't have somebody really taking advantage of that. What's the gloves here? Grants the wearer 10% parry and plus 10% area attack damage. Or I'm not using area attacks often enough for this really be worth it, whereas weapon skill and strength are always useful. Using a non-attack ability grants the wearer a 5% bonus to dodge and parry for each enemy adjacent to the wearer for 1 round. There's nobody on my team who's constantly swell. Actually, this is useful for you now that I think about it, because you're the one who's going to be actually going out to enemies, and you use non-attack abilities all the time to buff yourself. So yeah, we'll take that. And you're not the one I depend upon for Lord Zeno, so we can let that go. Those are critical Archaeotech clothing. Oh, that I just got rid of? Oh. You sound appalled that I throw them in the trash, but it sounds like the heretical thing to do. Whenever we perform an attack of opportunity, you gain 1 stack of vengeance. The wearer's attacks of opportunity deal additional. He doesn't get that many attacks of opportunity because most of the time people are dead by the time he acts, and nobody else cares about that. So yeah, Heinrix might enjoy this. We're keeping this around because I can't bring myself to let it go. If the wearer's assassin successfully dodges or pairs enemy's attack, it automatically creates an additional opening. Oh, I'm waiting to see if Heinrix can make use of that. And Heinrix might be able to make use of this. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and level this up. No, the jeans that are stolen. Nice. The denim. All right, you are. Oh. Are you serious? Oh, wait. No, we still need. I still have one more psychic awareness thing that I need to take before I can take that. All right. What is best then for? Okay, so I know I'm gonna want psychic awakening pyromancy. What else do I want for her? Attacks again, additional over penetration. I don't care. Tough as steel, steel shell. No. That might be a last minute thing. Unbreakable will. No. Unstoppable. No, I don't care about that. Pinpoint accuracy. No. Perfection under fire. Bonuses double man. No. What is this again? No. Peak condition. No. Out of my way. Masterful. No. Masterful display. Single deal target other than the main damage. No. Martyrdom. By an enemy. No. Malign. For whenever the enemy fails a willpower resistance test against the character, they suffer direct damage. I forgot. What is this doing? Is it testing willpower? No, it's testing agility. And most of my stuff tests agility, I'm pretty sure. So that doesn't help me. Where was I at? Yeah, malign influence, lethal threat. Hit by a character with a melee attack, no. Know-it-all, no. Grievous wounds. Enemies have 0, deflect 0, suffer 10% additional damage, maybe. Full attention, targets to consider that, no. Flesh wound, no. Flag bearer, no. Firebrand. If an extra turn given by the character's ability to challenge grants a little, no. Firebrand. Oh yeah, no. Extermination. Any damage the character deals increased by +1 for every attack they have made this combat. Does not affect damage over time effects. For every attack though. So, but the initial attack will work, but not the damage over time. I might take that. During the first turn of combat, the character has +2 additional action points. That actually could be very useful. Disastrous collision. Targets pushed by the character collide. No. Destroyer. Every main. No. Degrade. One of the deals damage within the enemy. So +1 on the room. Whenever an ally attacks. No. I don't care about allies. Every round after the character kills the first enemy, the character immediately makes an additional single attack against the closest enemy that can target with the same weapon if possible. This attack deals 10% bonus for every. Yeah, I like that because it can set some more enemies on fire. No, I don't like that. Critical hit chance and critical damage are increased by 7% of their total dodge. Sure, why not? Contagion. Whenever the character applies slow, the same can have no. Combat meditation, no. Wait, combat meditation gains 15 willpower as long as they have no ranged weapons equipped. That's what I'm probably going to take. All damage is increased by 3% at the end of combat for every new enemy damaged by them. That's something I want as well. Attention. After an ally takes an extra turn provided by the character, no. All right. So I got the other things marked, so that'll go more quickly next time. There's something funny about the Xenos in the party having worse Xenos lore than Jay. Well, the idea of trying to actually the Drakar in the middle of Kamara. That's awesome. Just got out of GMing for Urban Shadows. How'd it go, 3? Fox, what's going on? After playing for a couple of days using the original builds you recommend after the nerf, really the nerf only impacted Act 1 power range. Cassia and Argenta are still relatively powerful. Nice. And Act 2 onwards. Okay, cool. So I just take their abilities and talents in a different order now. Yeah, I was thinking about actually going back through some of my builds and redoing them to make sure people knew what does and doesn't apply considering the patch. So that's definitely something I might look at. To regain AP on psychic powers, you know what? We'll take that. And then you know what? I'm not using you anymore a long term. This is the end of the road for you, ladies. So we'll let that ride. Now you, eager for battle. I really like eager for battle for you. Extermination is interesting. Isn't there something about... There's something about, hey, you have... What's it? Tricky defense? So only care their dodge is increased by half of their armor, of the armor bonus for that armor. But your armor bonus is only 30%. But... Still, you just got lit up. So clearly you need more dodge. So I'm going to just take it. Emboldened by bloodshed. While Marazhai is bleeding, his fellowship and willpower. Oh yeah, we looked at these and decided that it was irrelevant. Officers, however, nerfed hard. There are a couple of abilities I won't take anymore. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is totally different. That's all from Fox. I got no complaints. Need more players. I plan to I want to get a tabletop game going during a day that I can actually consistently join. I need to talk to my wife and figure out what that night is. And then once that happens, Threed, I'm going to open up a dialogue on the Discord about, all right, which game do you all want to do? And what games do we have GMs for? So we might end up just starting up a new Urban Shadows game on a different day, so that I can actually play it, because I don't think Saturday mornings are going to change anytime soon. Because even if my wife's situation's changed, she's definitely gotten comfortable at this point. I'm sure she likes the fact that I'm the one taking some on Saturday mornings now. Reckless Strike gives you more critical hit chance. That's not bad. Ramming, speed, opening strike. Open engage. If there are no warriors adjacent to the war, if there are no enemies adjacent to the war, the warrior's damage increased by twice strength. Oh, strength is pretty decent. You know what? Okay, so yes, yes to that, yes to that, yes to that. Opening strike, charge and push Use a damage of range. I don't care about that. Interception. Not necessarily happen all the time. Damage double charge increased by when the ability is used from a distance of 5 or more cells. Interesting. Hardened scars. What's this? He doesn't activate Endure all the time. What's Clinched Teeth? For the first attack made by damage deflection. Okay. Attacks of opportunity. No. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll just take open engagement and be done with it. There we go. You exemplar. You are an exemplar, lady. Congratulations. Eager subordinates. When allies take actions on extra turns given by the character, they deal 15% more damage. No question. Wait a minute. Does this mean... No! It doesn't give us the... this is the first tier archetype, so this is officer, and it doesn't give us the option that lets her take a turn first. She still doesn't get that, even here. Might take that. Damn. Oh, actually, could also take steady. Damn. That allies resolve squeezed by 1 to the stacks. Yeah, more than possible. So I can bring it down. If they finish the turn using this ability with 0 AP, they will suffer 3 damage. 3 damage really isn't bad, so I might take that. Lead by example. Granted, will also affect the officer. No. Iron Discipline. No. Inspire Courage. No. Focus. Use the ability on that game. The ally gains a bonus to their... These bonuses stack, but half the stacks round up are lost. Yeah, we want that. Blood of Martyrs. Whenever an ally uses that game. Maximum wounds. No. Honor the fact that always gain a bonus to their weapon skill. We deal 9 on attacks of opportunity. No. Armor of Content. Whenever an ally is effect, grants temporary rules. No, don't want that either. So I guess we'll take steady. Damn. Dibs on the swarm. Khonshu, what's going on? How are you? Was that fun still? No. Swan isn't that Loki playstyle I'm looking for. Vamp. Dibs on Vamp. Kind of looking forward to the Arbite recruit, which will get to recruit them. And what would make them unique from a Merc custom recruit? Well, you're talking about the Arbite recruit. Playing a bar demon so I can serenade my lady Nocticula, rather, right? Nice. Let me know how that goes. I think they added some new content for Nocticula when you're talking with her now. You get... No. It's malign influence. There we go. Direct damage. Yes, no question. That's what you take. And then this. You could do commanding voice. Commanding voice would actually mean you didn't have to stand right next to... what's her name? When you want to use her ability. I think we're all good on this. Against war until the end of combat. The effect stack. She could get a +5 because she starts out. Oh, but targeted by the navigator's power. That's rare. +2. Yeah, she's good on all that. All right. Oh, you know what? We could just increase her resolve. Leader's assault, they gain. Sure. Lead by example. Lasting impression. Yeah, sure. Why not? Heroism. The next attack will cost 0 action points. Sure. What's the one that allows you to take your turn first? That's missing from the list. Hold on. Pretty sure this is willpower, right? Willpower. Archetypes. You are the same deal. Malign influence. Willpower. Excellent. And then this. What's missing for me? First tier talent. Combat insight. That's an option. They gain 1 AP. and ignore the enemy's deflection. That's definitely an option. What else? What else do I want? Sharpshooter does not move this turn. They gain +6 and plus half their intelligence bonus damage on single shot attacks. No, that's not going to help here. Inflicts exploit even on enemies who are out of your line of sight. That's interesting. I actually kind of like that too. That helps. Doing my part. What's Enforced Reality? Usage of a heroic act by the Psyker decreases veil degradation. You know what? Sure, I'll take that. I forgot to take that. Okay. Did I do a full save on this? I think I can see the busy part of Act 3 is almost done. Oh yeah, I'm done. It's a here's one. Start Act 4. Finally. And we looted everything here, right? Let me just check that. Yep, nothing left. The webway. You're going to stumble upon some rumors from time to time. Whether to check their credibility or leave them be, the decision is yours.
With the physical horrors of Camorra behind them, a long and arduous journey possible only with the help of a Xenos guide lay ahead for the rogue trader and her party. From one strange destination to the next, through unknowable environments, the mere sight of which could drive one to madness. Despite the challenges, they managed to escape the labyrinthian webway and find their way back home.
And here we are. Half turn is the officer. Quest failed. Wait a minute. I failed a quest? Holy smokes. Why did I fail a quest? All right, I gotta check that. A poorly shaved commoner in worn coveralls eyes you with suspicion. He is clutching an autogun that looks like it's one careless You know what? No, I'm gonna be thinking about it the whole time I'm looking at this. What did I miss? Now I'm upset because there's probably no way for me to complete it. Yeah, that scene is the end of Act 3 and the beginning of Act 4. So we're into Act 4 now. As soon as I figure out what the heck happened here. What did I miss? Strings of the Puppeteer. I completely forgot to look at my quest log. The Webway Gate presents the only chance to perform an impossible feat. Escaping the dark city of the Drukhari alive. Nocturne of Oblivion is decided to involve the wrong Captain Dark about the nature. The Lord Captain only follows his lead while looking for opportunities to cut the strings from her, tying her to the tips of the Xenos Puppeteer's fingertips. Why did I fail? That's weird. Why did I fail? Well, Rogue Trader quest aside. Congrats on finishing the act. Thank you. Could be Marazhai getting a last strike on the sister. I think it's because I killed the Farseer. I think if the oh, look at that. Now my traumas and injuries are showing up properly. I think the Farseer is not the one leading me through the webway, and so I failed that quest, as in there's no way for me to there's probably no way for me to reconcile with the Xenos now, with the Surion. They're going to see me as an enemy because I didn't rescue that Farseer. That's the only thing I could think of. But, oh well, at the end of the day, it's not my fault. Oi, who are you lot? You're not bandits, are you? Upon noticing a non-human in your retinue, the old man grimaces with contempt and clutches the Aquila hanging around his neck. Chumming around with inhuman scum, no less. Begone, you lanky freak! I compel you with St. Constantius' name, with St. Nicodemus Keith's name, with St. Drusus's name. Marazhai narrows one eye. His body is neither strong enough nor spirited enough to bear torment. I won't waste my efforts on him. I am the mistress of this planet, Commander Heinslander von Valancius, and I require something of you. Blessed throne, you're joshing me. Her ladyship in these here backwoods? What an honor, a big old honor this. The man drops to his knees and tries his best to hide his travesty of a firearm, pretending like he wasn't just pointing it at your chest a moment ago. I'm just a lowborn, small, humble man. I've only ever seen your lustrous visage on the holy icons in the temples of the capital. So, who are you? I'm a scout, your ladyship. I wander the woods and I test the soil. Taking great care, the old man reaches into his sack and pulls out a scratch allspec with a long spike wrapped in a muddy rag. The tech priest told me, once 1,000 steps you have walked, thrust the mystical probe into the soil, say a prayer, then press the Smogardine seal. Offer 3 prayers to the emperor, then press the ruby seal. Thus will the probe test the land and tell you what minerals dwell therein. What do the people of Janice say about my abduction? The man gives you a puzzled look. What's that? Did some rotter abduct you? Who would perpetrate such villainy, stealing her ladyship the nerve? We ain't heard nothing here on old Janice. How are things in the colony? I won't shame myself by complaining. We live, thanks be to the God Emperor and your ladyship. We pray for your health every day. The Kim princes collect ties, flog troublemakers, protect us from bandits, and don't fight monks among selves. All's well. His expression darkens. There's this plague going around on Janice, though. Makes your hair fall out, your skin go pale, and your voice disappears. Turns average, emperor-feeling people into ripe freaks, scum of humanity. We call folks like that wretches, scary to look at. Better to put them all down. Well, we do, little by little, with poison. Is the governor well? Vestinzia Janice Viat Albaram of Coronis? The commoner pronounces the governor's florid name flawlessly, but every word makes him flinch like someone is hitting him with a stick. We pray for her health every day. His voice drops to a whisper. We also pray that she never sets her sights on us. They say scary things about the capital, about her court, and the missing people. Rumor has it they host a never-ending ball at her palace. The dancing never stops, not for a moment. Any servant who steps inside the palace never comes out. There must be an awful lot of work to do at that ball of theirs. I need a shuttle and some means of contacting an astropathic choir so I can summon my void ship here. In a jiffy, your ladyship. Please be welcome to our flying ferry. It's right over yonder in the brush. It's also where our expedition's Vox wizard is staying. Well, oh, you're at the end of Act 3? This is the beginning of Act 4, actually. So, yep, Act 3 is over. As I promised it would be in the thumbnail. Or in the title. Or in the description I provided when I tagged people on Twitter and in Discord for the live stream. Boop, boop. Oh, look at this group. The high-ranking officers beam with genuine happiness. Dan Rock steps forward and solemnly says, "Welcome to the bridge, Lord Captain. Like the rest of the crew, we are overjoyed by your return and thank the Emperor for it." The crew stares in awe and terror at the giant towering over the crowd. Some make the sign of the Aquila on their chest. Others collapse to their knees with a prayer to the God Emperor on their lips. This wave of pious shock does not seem to discompose Ulfar in the slightest. He just chuckles into his beard and glances around curiously. Marazhai's presence alone is enough to elicit sighs of dismay and whispers from the crowd. The Drukhari ignores all Monkey reactions to his person and surveys the ship's bridge, examining every detail with an ostentatiously businesslike interest. His markedly casual posture is belied by a subtle and unusual tension in his body. Heinrix Van Collix approaches you. He is not looking his best. It seems he has not slept in quite a while. "Lord Captain, allow me to express how glad I am that you have rejoined us, alive and unharmed." He stops. Then his facade of sang-froid cracks, and he gives you another look, this one full of turmoil. I would prefer I will meet you in person after the briefing. I have questions. Sister Argenta greets you with burning eyes. Welcome back, rogue trader. No trial could break the will of the Emperor's chosen or stop her from returning to those who have put their hopes in her. First off, how much do you all know about my abduction? Not much, Lord Captain. All contact with your party was lost shortly after the supposed pirates boarded the ship and abducted your companions' kinspeople. We immediately sent shuttles with boarding parties to your aid, but we didn't find anyone on the ship save for the crew, who had all either butchered or driven insane. Heinrix's gaze is focused on Yrilet. His eyes burn with undisguised hatred and a promise. Yrilet's expression is inscrutable, but her eyes are turned to you and you only. Since your ladyship's body was never recovered, we hoped against hope that you were still alive. Alas, even our most alert auger operators never spotted anything suspicious, and thus our ignominious failure put you in dire peril. Heinrix's gaze, tense and almost desperate, is focused on you, but he says nothing, for now at least. Dare we inquire what happened to your ladyship? Lie. My loyal servants, the accursed Xenos trying to take your leader from you, but their plan has failed. I am once again with you. Are you with me? Where's the lie there? There's no lie there. She went full chaos tilt. The ball is Slanesh. You can't sneak that by. Death to the enemies of House Von Valancius. Show us the culprits and we'll tear the head off the lot of them. Stack them next to your throne, Lord Captain. The furious officers grabbed their weapons as if eager to crush the foes who dared breach the sanctity of your person right here and now. This is so touching. Marazhai's voice is laced with venom. Where's my ship all this time? At an officers' council, we decided to take the ship to Footfall, where one can hear the gossip of the entire expanse. Our agents tirelessly searched for information about your ladyship. Had we heard even a whisper of where you were in prison, we would have immediately launched a rescue expedition. While you were away, Lord Captain, we took every effort to find you. That resulted in a number of modifications to the ship that have significantly upgraded it. Thanks to a favorable deal made by the esteemed High Factotum, the ship is now equipped with state-of-the-art auger systems and direction finders from Kiavagama. Enough empty talk. Your mistress is waiting for a proper celebration. We begin at once, your ladyship. Glory to the rogue trader! Glory to House Von Valancius! Your subjects' triumphant roar sends a tremor through their bridge. It's as though the ship itself is greeting its long-lost owner. The Factotum smacks his lips awkwardly and adds in a quieter voice, Lord Captain, the senior officers will report to you shortly. In your absence, we received a number of astropathic messages and dispatches that demand your attention. The group of servitors suddenly stirs, their movements frighteningly identical even for automatons. They stare at you and say in perfect unison, Hello, Nomus has come to welcome you back. Florian, what's going on? Make sure to take Marazhai in your party whenever you do the personal quest of other companions. His comments are absolutely hilarious. Really? Okay, I'm looking forward to it. We sense that a great deed has been done, a vivid imprint on existence. You did something very important. What was it? I fed a dark city of the Xenos to a force the likes of which they had never seen before. We feel your rapture. We share it. Did Nomos say it correctly? The servitor chorus, which sounds as a single voice, falls silent. Nomos appears to be waiting for your response in eager anticipation. I am glad that you are learning to understand me, Nomos. I wanted to pick the second one, but last time I chose that type of option, it cut the conversation immediately. I guess it kind of fails the progression if you treat Nomos as a servant. So I'm just going to choose the first one. After a long pause, the servitor chorus responds with unexpected forcefulness. Nomos are glad too. We must go now. We will come to speak with you later. Another pause follows, so long that the silence becomes more piercing than a scream. Then the servitors finally break it. We were wondering whether you would manage to return. One can detect with the naked eye the movement when Nomos leaves the bridge. The servitors stop moving in sync and slowly shuffle off to their post. All my life, Nomos. Those poor fools don't know. Poor crew have no idea what's coming. Should be interesting. Commander High Slanderer, we need to talk. With your permission, I think we should continue this conversation in your study. I only have one or two questions. The interrogator's tone brooks no argument. Commander High Slanderer, Heinrix says with a distracted nod, his eyes glued to you as though trying to ascertain that it really is you and not some devious look-alike. His face is pale and drawn, with dark shadows under his eyes. He has not been sleeping. I will only take up a minute of your time. I need to know what happened to you. I'm glad to see you, Heinrix. I'm glad to see you too. Heinrix takes a step toward you. His eyes rove over you. How did you bear the ordeal? Are you all right? I feel terrific. You, however, look a little peaky. Peaky? Heinrix chokes on the word. Without even realizing it, he steps closer to you. Sometimes I make mistakes, but letting a rogue trader disappear from under my nose, this is a new one for me. I gutted that accursed place when you disappeared. I found traces of Drukhari presence. I searched everywhere Xenos had been sighted. I tried everything to try to shake information out of the prisoners. Heinrix continues listing the methods he used to try to find you, and suddenly he is standing right in front of you. His eyes, locked on you, glint with barely restrained fire. Lay your hand on Heinrix's chest. Come here. Heinrix sweeps you off your feet, holding you tight, and presses his lips to yours. You feel his heart pounding, and then the strange chill that momentarily surrounds you both. Heinrix tears himself away from you, his ragged breaths brushing against your ear. I thought I had lost you forever. I spent days and nights trying to pick up your trail in the blackness of the expanse. It almost drove me mad, Commander High Slanderer. Perhaps it did, a little. Sweep the table's contents onto the floor and pull Heinrix to you. I have a way to heal you. Heinrix stares at you in astonishment for a second, but that is immediately replaced by a smirk full of promise. Such scandalous conduct, Lord Captain. He claims your mouth in a kiss once more, his hands now more demanding now as he holds you against him. $50, Nomos gets assassinated. Nice. Let's see how Heinrix will take it. Heinrix wants the heresy. Nice. Oh, you don't even get a scene with him in the bed. Straight to business, huh? Danrock adjusts his jacket before addressing you. Now then, Lord Captain, shall we get to business? We have a number of items to go over. First and foremost, I have news about your subjects. In the time that you were gone, the servants of House Von Valancius have toiled tirelessly in their service to you and for the benefit of the entire Trade Protectorate. Your devotees continue their work of spreading the word of the Great Beacon. There are more and more people in the Von Valancius Protectorate who have accepted the new faith as the one true belief. The followers of the old cult are either hunted down or forced into hiding. The expanse is in flames, your ladyship. Squadrons and smaller groups of despicable Drukhari raid our systems. The cult of the Final Dawn has emerged in full force, wreaking havoc everywhere. We've heard rumors of the fall of Santiel's pride, House Chorda's world, an outrageous sacrilege, given how abundant and inexpensive Promethean is there. Strife has broken out between House Winterscale and House Chorda. Chaos reigns everywhere. Only the esteemed Lord Inquisitor is trying to fight it, concentrating all available forces at Footfall to tighten them into a fist to smash the rampaging heretics and Xenos vermin. What kind of Xenos are attacking the Expanse? Drukhari, your ladyship. Their squadrons, both large and small, are invading the Expanse, unleashing carnage on planets, taking captives by the thousands, and attacking ships. It is as if something has poked their nest, if you will, and now they are lashing out. How fail the worlds of my dynasty? The Heretic's malicious acts make it difficult to maintain astropathic contact with the colonies. The cult of the Final Dawn strikes everywhere, and their sleeper agents are active on every planet. On Vibo 6, a mutiny was crushed after a group of newly arrived prisoners succumbed to blasphemous propaganda. But other worlds stand firm against the onslaught of the enemies of humanity, and do not succumb to their pernicious influence. Lord Captain, the Seneschal weighs his words carefully. I hate to say that while you were away, Dargonis saw a series of revolts among its rabble. Charges of orchestrating these revolts, undermining the capital's economy, and conspiring against you were brought against my family members. Governor Drivestem had the perpetrators executed, every last one of them. Abelard's voice is raspy. He is struggling to speak. I assure you those events happened behind my back and came as a genuine shock to me. Dargonis has been fully restored to order now, which is all that matters. Can't you? Oh, what a chat. He did it. Damn, this witch is building a harem. Trying her best. But there'll be no cheers for straight. Thanks, Cosmic. Glad you had a good time. Take care. So, Xavier Calcazar led the defense? Exactly. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor Calcazar declared himself commandant of the Coronis expansion, issued orders to requisition troops. He made footfall his base of operations as it was the most logistically convenient point. From there, his fleet strikes throughout the expanse, destroying the forces of the Cold, the Final Dawn, and the abominable Drukhari. He may be all that currently stands in the way of the expanse being turned into ashes. When heretics laid siege to Euphrates II, a hallowed forge of the Condescend's fleet, the Lord Inquisitor sent an enormous force. Now they and the Explorator squadrons recalled from the front lines stand together against the heretics in the battle for the sacred planet. What is the problem between Incendia and Caligos? When the esteemed Lord Inquisitor called upon the rogue traders to join his forces, her ladyship Incendia Chorda heeded the summons, while his lordship Caligos Winterscale ignored it. Rumor has it that his refusal was defiant in matter and served as a pretext for Lady Chorda to declare war on House Winterscale. Winterscale's ships are being hunted and his world's occupied under the pretense of compelling them to submit to the Imperial Creed. Surprisingly, for all his love of fighting, Winterscale is in no hurry to defend his domain. According to intercepted astropathic messages, he and his retinue are currently on Quetzal Timur, hunting down a Xenos fleet, Aldari, by all appearances. Is there anything else I should know? The factotum lowers his head in thought. There have been other minor developments. If you so wish, I will gladly bring you up to speed on the bridge. I would not want them to take time away from this occasion. Thank you. Report received. Ooh, something else. Idira. Is that Idira? Idira hurriedly enters the study, sniffling and hunching her shoulders. She looks haggard. There are bags under her eyes. Her hair is disheveled, and her hands quiver slightly every few moments. With some effort, she focuses her eyes on you and forces her crooked smile. Lord Captain, I want to thank you for not leaving me with that sick homunculus. And I'm sorry if I said a bunch of things I shouldn't have said. I was pretty out of it. You just don't know what it's like to finally be alone with your own thoughts. It wasn't easy to give that up and believe it was just another trap set by a Xenos. Well, thanks to you, things are back to the way they've always been. The door's cracked open again, and my dear old whisperers are back to torture me. The rascals. She chuckles bitterly. You know, I didn't come here just to get all teary-eyed and grateful on you. It's something important, something about my whispers. See, I've been having some interesting visions, and I feel like how we deal with those visions is going to decide my fate. I know it sounds dramatic, but I'm being dead serious. I keep having the same vision over and over again. I'm walking down a corridor, and there's this door at the end, and I just know that right behind that door is blissful silence. All I've got to do is reach out and open it. So I touch it with my fingers, I can feel the cold, rough metal, and then I suddenly snap out of it and always find myself staring at a wall in some compartment or other. I look behind me, and all the doors on the way are open, but I have no memory of how I got there. Lord Captain, I'll cut to the chase. Please help me find that door. I'm not joking. This is a matter of life and death. My gut tells me it's my last chance to deal with my powers, and if I don't, she trails off. Before I make my decision, I have questions to ask you. Absolutely, Lord Captain. Ask me anything and I'll try my best to answer. What do you think is behind the door? I've no idea. Maybe it's some incredible implant from the Tech Priest secret stores, or, I don't know, a serum kept in the Inquisition's vault. There's such a thing as archaeotech, right? Plenty of it lying around. Maybe some of it could help me. Idira is trying to maintain a facade of confidence while simultaneously pulling out a hangnail so hard her fingers begin to bleed. Do your visions contain any clues as to where to start looking? Vague ones, as usual. I think I can hear the muffled cries of some weird birds, and my head is sweating like it's somewhere hot. I'm surrounded by rockcrete, your everyday Imperium stuff, except it reeks of burnt flesh, fried cables, and chemicals. And it gives off a sense of despair, suffering, thick like tar, hangs in the air, gets you to your nose and throat, makes you sick. I've only been to one other place that felt like that. The homunculus's lair. Idira flinches. Oh! So I went to his lair during the dogmatic run, but I didn't. Idira was dead, so I had no quest there. I just happened to stumble upon it. It's part of a quest. Okay. Sorry, that's about it. Nothing more concrete, but I think if we got close enough, I'll sense it immediately. Is the door you described similar to the door your whispers come from? No. Well, I don't know. It feels different. The one from the visions feel very, I don't know, real? I can even touch it. It's definitely not an illusion. It really does exist somewhere. And trust me, neither of us wants to open the other door, the whispering one. I find it difficult to believe that suppressing your abilities is safe. Oh, Idira snorts. Oh, it's really, really not. I'm sure you've heard stories about how people try to lock Psykers' abilities away for good, and how those Psykers would then eventually go insane and explode into little pieces. Besides, you don't need stories to remember what happened to me when Tervantius blocked my powers. Just a bit longer, and my brains would have been mush. But if there's a way, no, not to shut my door completely, but to make it so a tiny little crack remains, now that's a different story. I can just feel it. If we find this thing, whatever it is, I'll be all right. What if it's a trap? No way, it can't be. Whatever, I'll go in alone if you like. Just please help me get there. I have no more questions. Idira nods and looks at you anxiously. We will find this door. I give you my word. The heretic thinks this might be the key to more power. Some of the darkness in Idira's eyes clears, and our smile widens slightly. Thank you, Lord Captain. I knew you wouldn't leave me in a bind. As soon as I sense we're close, I'll let you know right away. Okay, still more. Jay has something she wants to talk about. The Exalted One bless the house of Von Valancius for your largesse of spirit, Shireen. And before Idira explodes in a bloodthirst. And thank you for deigning to speak with me. Jay turns unusually hesitant, now tentatively choosing the words that only a moment ago rolled off her tongue in an uninterrupted cascade. Here's the thing, Shireen. My network of trade representatives has been stretched a little too thin recently, like a chiffon dress on a whore. Supplies are all over the place, orders aren't being filled, clients are kicking off, and not without reason, and revenue's plummeting. And if that wasn't bad enough, my guys running things from football have been incommunicado recently, and an astropathic message has finally come in to tell me why. Some Ashmog, or Ashmogs, throne smite them, has captured my gang, and they're threatening to kill every last one of those hard-grafting whelps if I don't do what they want. And they only want one thing, my Mercanum Tabula Officiale, in exchange for my gang's lives. Jay tosses a thick mane of hair and grits her teeth, looking more vicious than you have ever seen her. But I'm not giving up my certificate for anything, and nor am I going to leave my guys high and dry. That's why I'm begging for your help and protection, Shireen. If I have to step into a cage of hyenas, I'd rather do it with a lion at my side. Talaman did not say who sent the message? Shireen, you know yourself that all this astropathic chit-chat is nothing but a stream of images, thoughts, intentions, nothing concrete. But I don't need the name of the sender. I already know it. I can smell Falco's stench all over this, or else it's for the damn's doing. This is just a damned Ashman style. Ozzy take 'em. It could be a bluff. It could, Shireen, but I've been missing the familiar stench of the docks, and darling Octi in her bar, and even the stony gaze of the Exalted One that watches over you whenever you're on footfall. I'm homesick, you see. The tender smile vanishes from Jay's face, leaving a nakedly bleak expression behind. The Exalted One helps those who help themselves, Shireen, and I don't want to risk the lives of my people. Why should I help you? It seems you have reached the limit of your abilities. If the intoxicating feeling of your own magnanimity isn't enthralling enough, Shireen, I will remind you of more mundane but no less significant concerns. My network of coal traders is falling apart because someone threw a spanner in my well-oiled machine, and then a few more for good measure. If we do not remove these obstructions, the network will not recover, and all the resources and effort you have invested in my business will have gone down the drain. When we reach Footfall, I will help your associates. I look forward to that day, Shireen, and praise be to the Exalted One for bestowing such a miserly portion of haughty indifference upon your heart. More quest. Good Lord. Commander High Slanderer, Heinrix gives you a curt nod in greeting. I apologize for barging in unannounced. I have received news that I must discuss with you face to face. You may recall that I mentioned that Achilles, Heinrix pauses before continuing, that Achilles Scalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague. The colleague in question has contacted me. She requires my immediate assistance. Who is this colleague? Heinrix hesitates for a moment before answering. Emelina Lynchenhart, sage to the Lord Inquisitor. Tell me more about Emelina. Who is she? An acolyte who was assigned a different range of objectives in the Kronos Expanse. Heinrix trails off, then shakes his head. Throne, take me. I am still trying to hide information from you, even when I am asking for your help. Emelina is a sage, a unique acolyte of the Inquisition who could absorb huge amounts of knowledge and store it in her own memory more securely than any data crypt. She entered the Lord Inquisitor's retinue before even I did. Talking to her is a strange experience, but that is barely scratching the surface of who she is. Emelina is an incredible scholar, an expert on the forbidden and the illicit, and of course, she is a loyal servant of the Golden Throne. You say talking to her is a strange experience. What does that mean? Heinrix locks his fingers and says nothing for a few seconds. Since birth, Emelina has been different from other people, specialist from the Inquisition, enhanced her natural gift of hypermnesia. These are certain procedures that can be done. She creates separate blocks of memory, which she can then lock under a code word or even overwrite with new information. She can organize her mind like a normal person arranges boxes on a shelf. One box might contain information about a recent mission in the Calixis, another the latest decrees of the Lex Imperialis, and another her own childhood memories. This level of compartmentalization might seem somewhat insane to the untrained eye, but it's the price one must pay to turn an ordinary servant into a useful tool of the Inquisition. You said the forbidden and the illicit. What does that entail? Emelina carries knowledge that is forbidden to common servants of the Imperium. She carries this knowledge within herself, as it cannot be entrusted to logs or cogitators. Heinrix frowns. I said before that acolytes of the Inquisition must shoulder a heavy burden to come into contact with things that can penetrate and corrupt the soul. For sages, this is an especially trying ordeal. Emelina's hypermnesia has been enhanced so that she now remembers everything she sees, however briefly. After many years of service, she has examined and seen enough to become an unrivaled expert in this field. You speak of her with obvious affection. Heinrix's eyebrow lifts. Emelina is a worthy acolyte and an invaluable tool in the Inquisition's arsenal. I admire her traits and talents. Your influence has made Heinrix more callous. Ooh, interesting. You failed to mention that Calcazar has other agents operating in the Kronos Expanse. I didn't fail to mention it. I deliberately concealed the information. Divulging the location of the Inquisition's agents could threaten not only the acolytes themselves, but also the results of their endeavors. I believe I have a clear picture of Emelina now. So what was her message? Emelina's message is incomplete and distorted. It is impossible to make sense of every word. The only thing we know for certain is that an acolyte of the Inquisition is asking me to go immediately to Photon 4, a remote planet. In her message, she seems to be requesting either military support or help with an evacuation. But whatever precipitated this request, Emelina would not make it if it weren't absolutely necessary. I know a rogue trader has more than enough matters to deal with. Nevertheless, I would like to officially request the Lord Captain's assistance in dealing with this issue. Heinrix inclines his head. I have no authority to demand anything from House von Valancius. Therefore, I am confining myself to a request for the sake of the Kronos Expanse and the Imperium. How did you circumvent me and inquire the information from the astropathic message? The interrogator's eyebrows lift. Lord Captain, a rogue trader may be in a position to challenge the Inquisition's authority over their soul, mind, and actions, but a rogue trader's astropaths and Vox officers? Hardly. Are you certain you are asking for my help for the sake of the Imperium, and not because one of your own is in trouble? I am not inclined to display excess sentiment. Every agent of the Golden Throne is willing to sacrifice themselves if the need arises. Every agent of the Golden Throne can be replaced. What cannot be replaced are the results of our efforts, such as a message reporting that a bulwark of humanity is under threat. Is there any hint of what exactly is threatening Photon 4? Heinrix says nothing for a time, then begins to speak, slowly, as though he is fighting against resistance. For the avoidance of leaks, the details of the objectives of specific acolytes shall remain a secret. All I can tell you is that the primary threat that Emelina was dealing with in the Gross Expanse was Xenos. In particular, Drukhari raids on distant systems. A sage is ideally suited for gathering data about the chronology of this problem and finding appropriate methods for combating it. And as for what Emelina is doing on Photon 4 specifically, I don't know. I don't even know any details about the world itself, only that there are humans there, so either it has been colonized or a garrison has been established there. The cult of the Final Dawn has been my top priority here, and my investigation has given me no cause to turn my attention to that planet. If I help you, what do I get out of it? Your concern for your own pockets is deplorable, especially in such dark times. An Imperial world is at stake here, along with all the resources it may hold. Heinrich's lips curl in contempt. You may requisition everything on Photon 4 that has not been touched by corruption and does not fall under the category of objects prohibited by the Holy Inquisition. My only concern is whatever problem forced Emelina to contact me, not the world's riches. I shall help you. We shall go to Photon 4 and put an end to this threat. Heinrix bows. Thank you, Lord Captain. I am confident that this minor deviation from our primary course will help to stem the spread of anarchy in the Gross Expanse, if only slightly. At the very least, we won't be outflanked. I have already spoken to the navigation crew and provided them with the coordinates of Photon 4. We can set a course for it as soon as you give the order. Oh, more scenes. Good lord, just back to back to back to back to back scenes. Uh-oh. Enough, Xenos. Justice will be done, one way or another. Heinrix's voice drips with venom. Slither all you like, heretic spawn, but you will never leave this ship unscathed. The bridge is enveloped in an unusual silence. The officers on duty are huddling in the corners, looking on curiously at what is transpiring in the center. Heinrix, what punishment awaits him who failed to realize his own acolyte was a traitor? Upon hearing your words, the interrogator stiffens and he grits his teeth in anger. Achilles died after receiving due punishment, even if it was not at the hands of the Inquisition. I will hear no more about it. Catching sight of you, the curious crew members dash to their posts, leaving only the senior officers in the middle of the bridge. For how long are you going to tolerate this filth on your ship, Commander Highslanderer? This foul traitor who has already dragged you into the darkness once and who almost left your protectorate without its sovereign. Rogue traitor. Heinrix's voice makes your blood run cold. Has Aldari heresy clouded your judgment? Treachery always means death, either for the traitor or the one betrayed. You almost died in Camera. Your retinue, you know what became of them. Is it not high time that justice was done? Reminds me of Wrath. Yeah. Exactly. Time for judgment. This didn't happen when your dogmatic run. It did happen with my dogmatic run. It did. Except in my dogmatic run, Marazhai wasn't there, so I'm curious if that changes anything. Those present nod wordlessly, but do not dare to interfere, because thus far they're only really directing their inquiries towards Yrilet, but you would think they would want to kill him too. Now, this is a fine spectacle. The Inhuman gets what she deserves. Let us all watch and laugh. Your wonderful path has led you into a rather thorny situation, cousin. You refused to beg for mercy in Camera, and now you will have to lick the boots of Monkey. Silence, Xenos. Your turn will come. Why wouldn't his turn be right now? Why wait? Yrilet does not react to the curses being slung at her. With an imperturbable expression, okay, she watches the crowd before, then turns her gaze to you. What? Is that a misspelling? Imperturbable. Nope, it's not a misspelling. Unable to be upset or excited. Calm. Imperturbable. I've never heard that word before. Fascinating. Anyone else want to share their thoughts? You know, Lord Captain, I'll support any order you give, but to keep the Xenos in the retinue, especially after everything, Caballar casts a tense look at the lower bridge. After everything that has transpired because of her, it would not be wise. The enemies of humanity have no place among humans. You know this. Cassia's hands shake a little and she clenches her fist. But death is far too merciful a sentence. What I endured was far more terrible. I don't know, Lord Captain. Idira is unusually subdued. You can punish her, but, you know, death is permanent. It's not like we were stuck in Kamara forever, you know? You know, Shireen, when a pet refuses to obey their master, they are usually put in a cage at best or turned into a lovely piece of taxidermy at worst. Yrilet blankly surveys the crowd. Interesting. This didn't have. Oh, I'm at the quest back to back. When I first did my dogmatic run, it was bugged, and so no, the stuff didn't pop up back to back like this. Uncle Cree, I know some of you are mad. How about shut up and stop creating drama? We pulling out old discarded words, apparently. Definitely never heard of it. I think you may have forgotten who gives the orders on this ship. How dare you burst onto the bridge and make demands of me? Heinrix narrows his eyes, disappointed. Deplorable indulgence of the enemies of humanity, rogue traitor, and of your own weak will. The one who points out a mistake shall be rewarded for the truth, but if you do not wish to see the truth, remain among the blind. Everyone present timidly averts their eyes. Speaking up against you was definitely not part of the plan. Are you all right? Yrilet shrugs uncertainly. Your monkey have had it worse. I will live, and the wounds of my soul will eventually heal. They will live too, but their souls will forever bleed painful memories. If you shared with them what you shared with me in Kamara, they would surely understand your actions. Actually. Yeah, that'll work. Yrilet shakes her head. Those words were meant only for you, Lantek. You are the only one I can trust with my feelings. Only to you can I bear my mental wounds. We have a special history and a special bond, Commander Highslander. I do not care about the others. I would have never left you at their mercy. Yrilet smiled slightly. Of course not. You are you. They will forgive you. Not all of them, and not right away, but they will. Stop it. You cannot believe that, Alantak. I do not need words of comfort. The words of these monkeys do not touch my soul. Only your thoughts matter. Yours and mine. Do you really not care about what happened? Or are you trying to conceal your true feelings again? I am sorry that my mistake led anyone along the paths of the Dark City. I can see their pain and rage. I understand. But words and pity will not help them. Only time and perhaps revenge, which will dull their pain for a little while. But you have taken away their chance for revenge, Alantak. And now all we can do is wait. It is time to get back to work. Do not leave just yet, Alantak. Before you do, answer my question. I know we have talked a great deal, and you have even accepted what I did. But I also know that the mind and the emotions are not always in accordance. Now that the raging waves of danger have died down and Kamara has been left far behind, what are your thoughts of me? You have already become part of my world. You may have done something disagreeable in my eyes, but that does not make you a stranger. I have seen your inner world, Alantek. Aren't you letting too much into the very heart of you? A short laugh escapes Yrilet's lips. Still, it is good to know that you have not locked your soul away from me. Yrilet nods and gestures elegantly before leaving. Until we meet again, Alantek. May the darkness scatter into a myriad of new stars before you. All right, and we're finally in control again. And hey, we've got a level up. I'll deal with that later. Well, we've been given quite a bit to do, so let's of course start with stroking our pet. And now let's also talk with everybody on the ship and make sure they don't have new things to say. Anything interesting from the Vox spirits? Perhaps you would be interested in a Vox transmission I intercepted not too long ago, Lord Captain. The thoroughly encrypted message contained the coordinates of a landing site on a certain planet marked as rare cargo. I've not been able to uncover anything else, but I believe the encryption was intended for those who are involved in unsanctioned trade activities. A multitude of scout ships tirelessly explore the expanse in search of new resource deposits, but unfortunately not all of them represent the interest of the Von Valancius dynasty. I occasionally intercept Vox transmissions from ships prowling your domain in search of easy loot. An asteroid the size of a small planet has been discovered in the Soto's Tome system, and the prospectors believe there may be a wealth of resources hidden under the crust. Okay, that'll be all for now. GM, what's going on, man? I am absolutely groovy. Feeling very groovy as well. Thank you for asking. Hope things are well with you. And it's where I'm about to pay my leave. Nope. She has nothing new to say. You know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to you. You're here, right here anyway. Let's see.
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty and the yet fatter cunning. I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that Ulfar hasn't at all mentioned me releasing demons everywhere in Kamara. Like, I'm clearly heretic. What do you plan to do with your newly acquired freedom?
Find my pack. As we speak, they are likely performing some bloody service for Calcazar. For that reason, I want to have a word with the Inquisitor.
I must take my leave.
Fenris Hulda, et fater.
You know what I also don't like? Good lord, look at how far away I am from being the top level of Heretic. All the shit I've done. Like, I'm just barely halfway to the highest rank. How? How, y'all? And they redid the balancing. We'll see at the end. Maybe I am still going to reach it at the end, but damn. But yeah, it kind of sucks to me. So it makes sense he's dogmatic. He's not heretical at all, even though he's been following me all this time. So it's like, it doesn't feel like I've actually bent any of these people to chaos. They're just basically tolerating me, because Idira was already chaotic. Yeah, they're all sticking to their, what is it called? Their dispositions, basically. Like, that's so odd. So odd. Nope, you don't have anything new to say. You?
Greetings.
Even in still, no, nothing. Thank you for this conversation. Until next time. Take care, Boss Page. Have a good night. Get some rest. They need to rework the Heretic interactions once the Enhanced Edition drops. Yeah, I would agree, Florian. I would absolutely agree. Abelar, what's up with you?
Lord Captain,
Oh, nothing new with him. How about Heinrix? Another
What
problem
can
with
I do for
Alcan.
you?
Nope, nothing new for you. Okay. At times it feels like your choices are just an illusion. Sometimes. Whoa! Tormented captive. The Drukari's eyes bore into you contemptuously through the bars. Victims bearing fresh wounds shiver in the corners behind them. Food for the Xenos. Wow. Oh yeah, because Vincent Gaprak? Why is Vincent Gaprak on my ship? Wow, he keeps around a food supply. Isn't this interesting? And Jay stands right in front of him. Why isn't he standing with his food supply?
You are spoiling me with the splendor of your presence again, Shireen. Have you decided to treat your soul to the fruits of my eloquence? Or do you wish to discuss business
to your
with the
view, then
newly
how are they
appointed
not
owner
turning
of
on you?
Mercatum
Exactly,
Tabula
that's my
Officiale?
question. I thought this would be like Wrath of the, not Wrath of the Righteous, Knights of the Republic. You know, as you go more to the dark side, you pull everybody else to the dark side with you, and that's why they don't turn against you. So you're just standing around. I can't actually talk to you. This seems like something that shouldn't be happening, but maybe so. Ooh, corrupted ship servant. Ooh. It is hard to tell if the gore on the bars belongs to the prisoner or to whoever languished here before him. What's up, Pasqal? Nope. Nothing for you. All right, fine. And Yrilet. Okay.
The Dark City released us from its thorny embrace. The wounds of the body will heal. But what about the wounds of the soul?
Never.
Kruderok fell, and its demise shattered the fragile lives of countless children of Assyrian. Scattered across this part of the galaxy, hounded by the monkey, pursued by the Dark Cousins, imprisoned by the servants of She Who Thirsts.
I don't know if I call them her servants. They are trying to avoid her like the plague.
Hatred is strangling me like a snake, and fear is coursing through my body like a burning poison. For the path I chose is leading me down the roads of failure. I can neither hold back my grief nor rein in my anger. And yet, I am powerless to stray from my path. Pay no heed to my fleeting wrath, Alantark. When the will slips away, the soul trembles with rampant emotions. But I will resign my heart to meekness, for there is no other way a marked outcast can help their fellow Eldari wandering in the dark.
Right now, this is like you turning to the swarm that walks and your crew just shrugs like it is just another Monday. It kind of feels like that, but I think there's another big moment at the end of Act 4, and I'm wondering if that's when I really truly pull people down. It's still unfortunate that there's not a greater sense of corrupting people throughout your adventure, but maybe it's just a sharp turn instead of a slow descent. We'll see. Many terrible things happen in Kamara. You all right?
I found myself in the Dark City after following the twisted roads of truth and lies. And although the truth blossomed like an ugly bud and scratched my soul with its thorns, I did find the answers to my questions. Those who come back from the dark of the webway will never be the same. But it is we who change while the surrounding world remains imminent. This thought gives me strength.
Kruderok suffered an unenviable fate. I am sorry your world is lost.
I have no need for your sympathy, Alantark. Besides, neither Monkey nor my dark kin found the decaying remnants of Kruderok. Perhaps all is not lost. Perhaps we may yet bring back what has been taken.
Huh. I never had this conversation in my dogmatic run, so I didn't know that was possible. Oh, that's cool. Maybe in the Iconoclast run, you can actually help her recover Kruderok. If so, that's awesome. And I'm romancing her in my Iconoclast run anyway. So yeah, that's great. That'd be a really cool way to end her story. In the Pathfinder games, evil and good people can still work together, so them not going wild over your actions is not too bad. But with Heresy, there could be no compromise. We have a sister battle, Interrogator, and Space Marine. Exactly. This is a totally different level. So where does the path of the outcast lead you now?
On the trail of a monkey called Caligos Winterscale. Even a worm may harm a wounded tiger by bringing infection into an open wound. And the wounds of my people have been bleeding ever since Cruderach's demise. The spirits of my kin need a poultice, a hope, not the executioner's sword already poised to fall.
Yeah, so some questions.
You may try.
Oh, I must take my leave. All right. What's in a character? Have you discovered anything more about the door from your visions?
No, Lord Captain, not a thing. And I'm wandering from bay to bay, scaring the crew. But don't worry, I'm sure that as soon as we get close, well, there'll be no mistaking it.
I must take my leave.
Of course.
Service whenever you need me. Where is... Oh, I missed him. What? He's in the lower part right next to here. I didn't go backwards. Here he goes. Yeah, actually, I don't think I ever went to this little corner. Alright, but there's nothing here, it looks like. Marazhai. Did we ever speak with you? Did we ever just have a regular chat with you?
Rogue trader.
Looks like we did, but now we got some new stuff. I wish to know more about you and your cabal.
Ask your questions. I will decide which is worthy of an answer.
Lord Xenos, you speak low Gothic. Knowing your kind, I cannot believe that you learned it willingly.
It was a punishment. One of my raids was not as successful as it should have been. And Irimeris ordered Tavantius to forcibly implant the knowledge of the repulsive monkey language into my mind. Supposedly so that I could at least benefit the Cabal by coaxing the monkey into their cages. 5 days I spent under a cerebral burner in the spire's main hall. To the delight of Irimeris' entourage. I dislocated every joint, struggling in agony against my shackles. But I would endure it all again to expel this poison from my head.
This guy, whoever is doing this voice acting, he's really the best one out of your whole crew. Like, he's just doing exceptional work. You are the Drakon of your Cabal. What does that mean exactly?
The Drakon is the first among the blades of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest, and the Drukhari who stands but one rung below the Archon. The Drakon leads raids and wages wars against other Cabals, keeps the arrogant true-born and half-born upstarts at bay, and has the pick of any opponent in any battle. Irimeris used to have others in her inner circle, but I ensured that they all disappeared one by one, and that their successors were too terrified to take their place. That was when my sister engaged an incubi order to serve as her bodyguards. Incubi do not respond to fear or bribes.
What sparked the conflict between you and your Irimeris?
Must there be another reason beyond survival and ambition? Camorra does not tolerate weakness. Camorra respects only strength and cunning. Either you climb upward on the corpses of your enemies, or you become one of the steps underfoot.
In 40K, they nuke entire cities if Mechanicus find tech that no one should know about, and the Imperium nukes entire planets if there's even remotely a taint of chaos. Then again, the game would end pretty quickly there. I mean, that's what Heinrix wanted us to do in Act 1, nuke that entire planet. I wonder if it really becomes a chaos world. Also, to be honest, I can't count how many times Sela and Sosea have complained about Regel's disposition of violence and cruel indifference. Bit weird when you see Abelard ready to murder 3 clans of lower deck workers for picking up a token belonging to a heretic. But the rogue trader summoning a horde of Davis is alright. He's gonna be follow you no matter what. He is down with whatever the rogue trader wants to do. To be frank. Mechanicus cannot call exterminatus. Also, nobody care apart from them with Heretic. And even then, half of them would rather study than destroy. To be frank, Kamara is in the warp, so Gellerfield equals demons. Wait, she was your sister?
We shared the same blood, and we emerged into the world from the same womb. We were both true-born, and we both stood above the scum that comes from tubes and vials.
Tubes and vials? How is it that the great and terrifying Marazhai was only the Draken of the Cabal and not its Archon?
Keep your arrogance in check. Yrilet was clever and deadly, and if I had underestimated her abilities and strength, I would have been food for the Urguls long ago. The very fact that she surpassed me speaks for itself. I refused to give her cause to cast me out as a traitor. No, our rivalry, our little game that ran since our birth, took time. And another thing, when you're at the top, you need something to stave off boredom. This game amused us and terrorized the rest of the Cabal.
Nazraki and the Cabal of the Black Heart. What is their relationship to your Cabal?
The Cabal of the Black Heart is the most ancient of all the Cabals, and the largest. It casts a shadow over all Camorra, and when the Black Heart strikes, you submit or you die. The Reaving Tempest was not prepared to perish, so when the Black Heart's shadow stretched as far as us, Yrilet' predecessors chose to bend the knee and become their vassals. Yrilet never liked the Cabal's subordinate position. Her words, and sometimes her actions, directed against the Black Heart, prompted whispers of discontent and fear among those who served her. I was not willing to renounce the protection of Astrobial Vect's own Cabal. If I had succeeded in overthrowing Yrilet with Nazrakay's aid, many within the Reaving Tempest would have supported me.
I was wondering if it was Vec's Cabal. Siding against his Cabal while you're actually in the city of Camorra sounds like a really bad idea. Tervantius, the Arch Machinator, what is your connection to him?
Tervantius was Yrilet' ally, not mine. The Reaving Tempest is his patron, and patron also to the Witches of the Arena. I have had cause to seek out his artistry several times, and each time with difficulty. Of late, he's been gone from Camorra more often than he's been in it. He was probably in one of his lairs where he hides his other experiments and creations.
Do you have any idea where his other lairs might be?
After Tervantius quarreled with the Witches and was stripped of the Cabal's protection, his havens in Camorra were turned into a deadly trap. I imagine they've been ransacked and destroyed by now. His other hideouts may be somewhere in the tangle of the webway, or in real space. But that last possibility is madness even for a homunculus.
When did you have need of his expertise?
When the grotesque of a rival Cabal ripped my arm off at the shoulder, when I needed a substance to wring the truth out of you in the Obsidian Court, when I had personal desires that only a master of flesh could satisfy.
What personal desires?
You are just dying to know, aren't you?
Uh-oh. That is enough about the homunculus. You call yourself a trueborn. What does that mean?
It is a caste in Camorra. Noble Drukhari born under certain circumstances. Their cradle before birth was not an amniotic gestational tube, but a living womb. Carrying a fetus for such a lengthy term is as good as a death sentence for a female Drukhari. She is too vulnerable to her enemy's attacks, and she is of no use on a raid. In Camorra, only the most powerful Drukhari, who are able to surround themselves with the best protection, can allow themselves such an extravagance. Farkaza Aziriesh, poisoner of Azdrujar, and Shaimish's elect, was one such exalted leader of the Drukhari. The result was worth the effort.
Did he ever say what happened to his mother? I don't remember. You have numerous titles, I recall. Tell me about them.
Eviscerator of Illiridas, Blaze of the Barkag Kingdom, and Slayer of Corocious the Pale. Illiridas was a world inhabited by our distant Eldari cousins, until I led a reaping raid there. The Barkag Kingdom was a separate cluster on the fringes of Camorra before it went to war with the Reaving Tempest, and by the time I left, I was wading through the blood of its inhabitants. And lastly, Corocious the Pale. He was an ancient homunculus who betrayed the Aziriesh at the behest of another cabal. That was not a military victory, but a personal one. In his attempts to make himself invincible, Corocious had sown inside himself the deadliest creatures from the depths of Camorra. It did not save him. I cut out every one of his 8 hearts and sent them to his former coven as a warning to the rest.
The more I listen, the more it seems that, for a proud Drukhari, you very much enjoy submitting.
An amusing example of a primitive mind. Any Drukhari towers over any monkey, and we do not conceal our attitude to livestock, but my Kabbalite kin. Every one of them should be treated with caution, and those who have already demonstrated their power and might are a deadly threat in their own right. I do not revel in submission. I accept things as they are. And I wait until a point of weakness reveals itself and calls to my blade.
I see.
Are you sure?
For a second, the corner of Marazhai's mouth quirks upward in a sneer. I wish to know more about your kind.
What exactly do you want to know?
In what way do your kind differ from the craft world Aldari?
In all ways. The Asuriani are feeble shadows of our ancestors. We are their true inheritors. The Asuriani hide from she who thirsts behind their paths, relying on the visions of their precious Farseers, or blind to the reality around them. We Drukhari laugh in the face of the unknown. We thrive off the carnage and pain we inflict.
What's going on, Delore? Wait, hold up. What was he calling a monkey? Yeah. The Xenos, that's how they insult humans. They call them monkey. You're kind of obsessed with pain. Why?
Because the ecstasy of suffering is the highest form of pleasure, accessible only to superior beings. By your very nature, creatures like you are incapable of knowing such gratification.
I'm not going to call him a sadist or a psychopath because I am trying to see at least part of his romance. Even though Heinrix is going to be the main person we romance, I want to see more of his romantic content. And I think you have to kind of stay away from options that would clearly piss him off. I've heard enough. You know what? But I'm also curious about his response. I think you are just sadists and psychopaths, every last one of you. Yeah, let's see what he says.
An amusing explanation of something you cannot hope to understand, but a predictable one.
Why does the Drukhari hide in the webway? Why not live in real space?
Watch it. It is monkey who run and hide, not our kin. Camorra is the legacy of our ancestors. They found a way to penetrate the tangle of the webway and move through its twisting labyrinths. Few would hazard to travel in this splintered kingdom, let alone erect bastions in it. The Drukhari are the only Eldari who do not fear the horrors of the webway. For every peril we overcome makes us stronger.
Uh-oh. The awareness text failed. Marazhai speaks unhurriedly, almost lazily, and with poorly concealed pride. I keep hearing the name Asdrubal Vect. Tell me about him.
No. No one speaks of the Overlord of Camorra without good reason. Amusing you is certainly not reason enough.
I think that will do.
Perhaps. What else?
What do you plan to do next?
I must adapt to my new circumstances. And to this bucket that you monkey call a void ship. These alloy bulkheads. So primitive.
Must take my leave.
Then go. I will find something to amuse myself with.
Whoa. Let me go all the way over there. Alright. Now let's go talk with Nomos. You read the databank recovered from Theodora's cache, and then you said the incident marked the beginning of Nomos. What did you mean by that? Yes, Nomos, remember, you brought us data sustenance and it contained a name, Epitaph. We recognized it. No, not like that. In that name, we recognized the place where Nomos originate. Now, let's see. I think you lose access to all the vendors at the start of Act 4. I think you have to slowly regain them. See you. Transportation of some goods. Oh, no. Oh, they fixed that. They fixed that. Excellent. Okay. Casbalika. Okay, here, hold on. Ooh. All right, so thanks. Oh, solar staff. That's what I want. The solar staff. How much do I need? 25. All right. Hey, I'm up to 20. Okay. Focus melter gun. Nothing I can do with that. All right, excellent. Now, Casbalika mission. Heavy Xeno mesh will take it. Warp surge. First rounding, the wearer gains a number of additional attacks equal to their psi rating. Yep, I like that. Red crystal staff. And I like that. So yep, we'll focus on you. And look at this. Lots and lots of Xeno artifacts. Good Lord. Let's see. Oh, so we already got enough for you. Damn. Okay. Performs a single attack with a two-handed melee weapon. Oh, that's right. I probably should give you a two-handed melee weapon. Inquisitor's Badge. Astartes Chainsword. 35%. Staff of Shock and Awe. Ooh. So it goes up to 30. You know what? Why not? Go for the gusto. 29. And in these 800, 30. Oh, well, we don't have. I thought I had already had a crazy amount of profit factor, but apparently not. Okay. So wait, this is just 101, but yeah. All right. We have enough in general, though, to do everything we want to do. This is awesome. Okay. So you're maxed out. You still got a while to go. What's going on with you? Wow, you don't have any extra things for me? That's kind of wild. Okay, so you all both use Xeno artifacts. Yeah, so probably can't max out Fellowship of the Void and the other one, so you got to pick one. Anything really crazy here that I'm going to be sad that I don't get? Pulsating Fusion, no. Onslaught Amulet. Press the advantage, self-calibrating helmet. Staff of gravity control. Ooh, improved heavy bolter. If I was using Argenta in that way, that would kind of hurt, but no, I'm not, so I'm good. And uniform kit here, yep. The Drusians do not like me. They are not a fan of me at all. All right, you. Really? Well, I guess I haven't been getting into ship battles, so it makes sense that I don't have a bunch of ship-related things to hand over, but it's still annoying. Also, the maximum here is 14. Interesting. Actually, I'm just okay. Yeah, I still got the thing pointing down. Okay, cool. Done with him. And let's also check on the void ship. Void ship management. How's this looking? Yep, definitely better than the prow lance weapon that I have. Oh wait. Oh, that actually goes on the prow. Okay, not dorsal. Yep, this is chosen with a long-range, narrow-firing arc. Yeah, that's fine. Upgrade, nothing I can do there. Post, okay. Master Cannoner. We'll put you in there. Shield Master. Okay. Yep, you are the one that goes here. Oh, no, nothing goes in that slot, huh? Interesting. Warp, Idira, and then Mystics. There we go. And how about this? No. Okay, so all of the rest of them they're taken. He's doing Dark Sage. Oh, he's still doing Dark Sages right now? Okay, that's interesting. Right, because that's the one I started right before we went into Act 4. So, technically it should be done already, but whatever. Okay, now I think we're located right around football. Let's see. Oh no, we're on. Oh no, we're on Janice actually. So I think football is just where we'll go first then. Lord Captain, there is an emergency at the officer's deck. Victus's voice is quaking slightly. Numerous victims, loss of communication. The Void's men report warp voices filling the compartments, but this is not a warp breach. This is the Xenos who took aboard as Janice. He has gone mad and went on a rampage. I have two fairly reliable witness accounts. According to one, the Xenos suddenly assaulted the crew members, gutting them seemingly at random. The other claims that there are survivors who barricaded themselves in the adjacent compartments. The enforcers managed to isolate the Raven Xenos in a dead end, but they have been unable to pacify him so far. What will your orders be? Such are the consequences of ill-considered actions born out of a lack of faith in the God Emperor's laws. I'm ready to stop the accursed Xenos' rampage personally and repay every life he has taken. Why am I not surprised? Heinrix's voice is oozing with poison. Rogue traitor, we cannot bring back your subjects, but I will gladly aid you in disposing of the rabid creature before it mauls even more people. The Vox channel relays a thin sigh full of realization and fright. Alantek, I know what the reason behind Marazhai's madness is. Please, I must accompany you to the compartment. I will help you deal with the Dark One. Yrilet, explain your words. Do you remember what happened during my very first voyage aboard your ship? When I found myself beyond the veil, the servant of She Who Thirsts descended upon the fragile shell that is protecting your vessel from the outside horrors and managed to break through. The soul of an Aldari shines like a beacon in the night, drawing the gaze of Salon Thresh and stoking her thirst. My neighbor's in the front yard. I call him Sam. He's an opossum, and I think he lives in a broken down fifth wheel. Oh, nice. Do you leave him out some food? The waves of Assyrian keep us safe from our claws, but the Dark Ones never sought to restrain their desires for excess and pleasure, as well as for some protection against our eternal enemy. When the voices of She Who Thirsts called out to me, I found refuge in meditation. I think Marazhai started feeding his withering soul instead, using the only method he knew. I'm going to the officer's deck immediately. The squad of enforcers who had blocked the Xenos in the dead-end corridor is waiting at the deck. I beg you to be careful, Lord Captain, and may the God Emperor watch over you. Ooh, this might be a fight. And you're out. Oh, wait, do I have to bring Yrilet? It'd probably be good to bring Yrilet, but she's not a permanent part of my party, so here. We're gonna let that go. All right. Oh, through the door. Okay. And what are you? Yours focusing on awareness. Is any of these? No. Equal to half the minimum damage of the mo. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to get this. Getting stacking, dodging from every shot they made. Their magazine, first reload. Yeah, okay. That's done. Then you. Supposed to be what? Tech use, right? You also got logic. You know what? No, I want to increase Medikai once so that she can start using her. What she freaking has. None of that stuff matters to me right now. I'm doing my part. Getting a +5. Whatever. I don't care about her first archetype choices. You also go for awareness. Yeah, you've done all that. There's nothing useful here. That's fine. You, Lore Warp. Weak heart, sure. Why did I have Abelard? Oh my god. I didn't want Abelard. Who's Abelard taking the place of? Oh, because Marazhai is not in the party. Okay. Was it doing my part? Yeah, okay. And whatever, I'm gonna use that anyway. Archetypes. You. Flesh wound. Whatever, I'll go ahead and take that. I don't care. It's fine, no matter what. doesn't matter for you because you're not going to be around for that long. Athletics. Sure. I live on the sticks. Tossing out food is how I get rid of it. Don't think he liked the orange pills I threw out last, though. Interesting. You live on the stick, James? Nice. Another one I'd be interested in is Undying. Oh, are you talking about in comparison with the vampire you were gonna do? Destin, you know what? Internal ground. Someone to it for every time an ally uses a heroic act. Sure, why not? Bringer of Doom, perfect opening. Sure, whatever. Can't increase demolition right now. Yeah, I guess he was doing Medikai, whatever. That's fine. Killing spree. Agility, weapon skill, strength. Assassin. Were there any other assassins? No. Only one other one would be Yrilet, but she's not a permanent member of the party. The game's called Undie. Everyone's a vampire. Oh, Kendra's a vampire. It's completely dicey. There's all sorts of vampires you can be. Werewolves are actually vampires. That's crazy. Next big game for me is Dragon's Dogma 2. Me too. I love the first game. I'm so excited about the sequel. Yep, I've already decided that I'm going to be a trickster for that game. Really looking forward to it. We will take tricky defense. What? I never got the other two? Good lord. That's not good. What are you supposed to have? It's not athletics, demolition. There we go. Wow, you were 2 sirens behind. Oh, but you didn't come into Act 4 with us. It's Undying. Marazhai. I've never done this quest before, so I'm actually looking forward to it. But we will have to do that on the next stream because I am definitely getting sleepy, and I got to get up tomorrow to go to church. So, hope all of you enjoy this and had a good time. We are making good progress. I said in my note that my hope and expectation is to be done with Rogue Trader by hopefully the end of the first week in March. That's what I'm going for, and I think we are making good progress towards being able to do that. So I remain very, very hopeful. But for now, I ain't got to step away. Time for me to go to bed. Hope you all enjoy the stream and take care. Yep, thanks, Abyss. Take care. Have a good night. Take care, Conchu. Kindred's over Vampire. As in Vampire the Masquerade over Undying. I've never played Undying, so I can't comment. But Masquerade is pretty freaking awesome. Night 3. Have a good one.